pew 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 pew. Waiting for you, Robert. Pew pew pew. There we go. There we go.
It makes
it doesn't start until Robert does that.
I didn't even want to come here today, but I knew that was going to happen. I was like, okay, I'll show up for that.
That's what sells it.
Yeah.
That's what sells it for you. All right. Well, you may not like the podcast, but come for the finger pistols, kids.
Yeah. That sounds very
That sounds like something you would say like to try and like seduce a girl in like 8th grade.
Except you added kids on the end of it, so it sounded really
Hey, babe, you want to play with these finger pistols? Pow, pow, pow. Pew, pew, pew. We can go to the movies. I'll give you a little finger pistol action. No? Okay, it's just
finger
getting
blast,
weird.
yeah.
It's just getting weird. Yeah, but finger pistol sounds cooler.
It does.
Finger pistols. The new finger blasters. Because finger blasters seems like it's like an automatic assault finger.
No, I think finger blasters were a fake online ad for chicken fingers. They call them finger blasters. If you've never seen that video, go check it out. It's fucking hilarious.
What?
Yeah, it comes with different dipping sauces, and it's like a teenage boy and a girl, and the mom's like, yeah, you need to finger blast that. It's fucking great,
No.
dude. Yeah, check it out.
That seems...
We'll put it up somewhere.
All right. Okay. Well, hey, guys. How you been? How's it going?
Pretty good.
Good to see everybody again. It's been a week, and what a week it's been. Mm-hmm. A lot has happened, and we will... A lot has happened, and we're going to definitely get into it. I don't really have anything big for us to talk. Oh, Big Brother pool. Big Brother pool. So we knew about the premiere last week. We didn't really talk about it because we had future news. And believe it or not, we try and make sure that Robert doesn't have to edit like a 4-hour podcast. Like we're going to keep it like 3 hours. We said would be the cutoff. We usually are a little less than that, but we like to, give a little leeway because sometimes we get a little carried away.
We get excited.
We talk about stuff and then we just talk about other stuff and then we just, who knows? We're like, how did we end up here? Anyways, Big Brother is premiering on June 24th, so we are less than a month away from that, and I've been asked a couple of times already, are we doing a Big Brother Pass the Gravy pool? You bet your ass we are.
Of course.
We are definitely doing that.
We don't break
Amanda
tradition.
Hemel won it last year, and the year before that it was Michael LeBear who won, and now we're going to do it again, so we're going to have, 16 of you guys sign up, if 17, so including me, Pat, Robert. It's us three for sure, so at least 13 other people are going to be in. I don't know. Fuck Chris.
All right.
If Chris wants to be in, we'll let Chris in. But I don't know if he's going to watch Big Bro or not.
You're so important in New York
I live in New York. I got to get a slice. I was too busy eating my slices. My street hot dogs.
You ain't got time for Big Brother when you're on the subway.
Sorry, I was watching Saturday Night Live. I was on the subway.
Rockefeller
Center. The Rangers practice there sometime.
Staten Island.
Named obviously after Theodore Rockefeller.
Queens. I'm just saying every word from New York.
Kevin James, King of Queens. Just like him. My friend's Deacon. We work at UPS. No, but Big Brother starts June 24th. It is a Wednesday, so we will, like Pat, we don't have like a draft. We just draw names. So everybody that's in a thing, we have a big pot or a big hat or whatever it is. And then we just say, all right, here we have two. We have two of them, I guess. And then you just pick one, you pick the next one, and then you pair up these two people. And that is who you are rooting for the remainder of the time.
So basically guaranteed I'm going to fucking despise who I'm rooting for.
I did not like Elena by the end of last year, so it's possible for sure.
Was it Elena or was it Alana?
It was Elena. It was Elena. And she's kind of a B now.
Elanal?
Elanal. Mm-hmm. She's probably done a little Elanal, if you know what I'm saying. And if we wait a little bit longer, I bet you that video will be out somewhere because she needs the money for it.
Oh, I'm sure.
But so we'll do the Big Brother pool. We'll draft, or we'll draw names on Wednesday. So like if you listen to the podcast that night, you will hear who you have, and we will 100% be doing it before the show starts. It'll be fun. We'll get like an alternate or two because I know sometimes they do a little trickery with there. Last year they threw in Paul, and we had an alternate that was able to take on Paul, so that was good. And that our alternate almost won because Paul went to he got second place. So it'll be the Big Brother 20 Pass the Gravy pool. The winner will again get. Amanda Hemel's not coming and co-hosted an answers segment yet, but we need to get her to at least like do it over the phone or something.
Yeah.
The winner will be able to, at one point when they schedule it, come and do an answers segment with us, and we'll give you anything you want, any 2 shirts you want
Alex
from the
will
Pass
give
the
you a
Gravy
hand
store.
job.
I will not. Pat will though. Pat's in charge of the hand jobs. I'll give you
only if they have a
gear you
really
want from the
beautiful
PTG
penis.
store. Well,
I
that'll
don't
be
give
up to
hand
Pat's
jobs to just
discretion.
average or ugly dicks.
So if you have a nice dick, then and you win Big Brother's 20 pool for us, then you're good. So like if you want to sign up for the pool, just hit us up on Twitter at PassingGradePod. Say, hey, sign me up for that Big Brother pool. And we're good. Hashtag PTGBB.
Do that. First 16, first come, first
serve.
serve.
If you hit me up on Twitter, you're in. And it literally costs you nothing. I'd love it if you were going to actually watch it with us, because it's kind of one of those things that's more fun to like pay attention to, and I like it. It bridges that gap between nothing on for sports besides just like the dog days of baseball sometimes and football. It's like week 3 of football. By the time Big Brother's over, it's awesome. And it's like the closer you are to the end of Big Brother, it's like football's coming. Football's almost here. So it's pretty exciting. I'm pretty jacked about it, and it feels like it hasn't been a whole year since we had a season. I mean, we obviously had the Celebrity Big Brother edition.
So it hasn't been a whole
but
year.
like a full season of Big Brother. But that was like a month. So that wasn't the same thing. What you're about to experience, Pat, is everything. It's awesome. It is awesome.
I'll take your word for it.
You better. So sign up at PassingGradePod. Just say, sign me up for that Big Brother pool, and hashtag PTGBB. And you can also on our Facebook page, if you want to go write on our Facebook page and say, sign me up for that motherfucking Big Brother pool. So that's how you do it, guys. And without further ado, why don't we talk a little bit about where we have been? How about that? Would you guys like to do that?
All right.
Hey, you, where you been? 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 Where you gone? Where you gone? Since you been? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
All right, Pat, where have you been, buddy? It's Memorial Day weekend we just got out of, so most people had the long weekend. Did you also have the long weekend?
I did. Took the opportunity to go up to Fredericksburg.
How's Frederick doing?
Frederick is good. Berg, not so much. He's in a little trouble.
That's unfortunate to hear.
Yeah. But yeah, just long weekend with the parents, nice and relaxing. Went and saw Solo, which was fucking great.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, then I guess we're going to have to do a segment within a segment called, even though Cole's not here, it's going to be... you want to do a review of it first? Your thought?
I mean, like, it's still early enough. I don't really want to give spoilers
Don't
for
give
people.
spoilers away, but hold on.
Cole watches movies, then he reviews them. Cole watches movies, when he reviews them. Cole watches movies, then he reviews them. Cole watches movies, when he reviews them.
See, that was a little remix I did right
Dude, that
there
was
on the
perfect.
fly. But so just tell us what you thought of it, because I had heard a lot of people shitting on this
Yeah,
movie.
and that's
Pat.
actually going to be my not cool or part of it.
So you completely disagree with the people that are saying it's bad.
100% disagree.
Because apparently
with them.
it got
I thought it
like
was fucking amazing.
Rotten Tomatoes wasn't like a great review of it compared to what the other ones had. Right
Well,
when
we
they
learned
came
from
out.
Big Daddy that most critics are cynical assholes.
That is very true.
So
that's very true. I'm glad
that's
you
part
brought
of it.
that up.
But I thought it was great. Like, my biggest worry going into it was the guy playing Han, and I thought he did a fantastic fucking job of embodying the character. Like, just the right amount of cockiness, the mannerisms he fucking nails. Donald Glover was the best, though. He completely nailed Lando. Like, the speech pattern, the voice inflections, everything
Even in the
about the character.
previews you see of it, it seems
But,
like
the previews don't even do it justice. Like, when he's giving full, like, scenes, and dude, he nails it. I
I was just saying, in the previews, it did seem like he was landing, like, the cadence of his voice and everything, which was cool.
Yeah, he nails it. I mean, they show how he meets Chewie. It's fantastic. There's Easter eggs in there of, like, stuff that happens that, like, throws back to Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, like, stuff that goes in there.
Can you talk about who shot first? If he's going to shoot first? I mean, I'm not... That doesn't give anything away, but that's brought up?
It's not brought up, but it happens.
Oh,
and me and
okay.
my brother are in the theater like, yeah, fuck yeah.
We're like,
shot
you get a
first.
little... Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, not even give him a chance. But, yeah, dude, like I said, I don't want to give any spoilers away to anything, but I thought it was a great movie. If you didn't like it, you're wrong. You're just fucking stupid, and I'll cover that in my
It
not
was
cool.
frustrating. I mean, I didn't see it, and I don't like being that guy that's like, oh, I hate that you guys don't like it, but I just, like, I was like, Star Wars is always awesome.
I'll be
and,
able
like,
to cover why.
I
people
am
hated it.
biased, though, because I feel like you probably are along the lines of, like, you're a bigger Star Wars guy than I am, and I'm a pretty big Star Wars guy, but, like, I feel like, unless it's just an absolute turd. Like, I didn't like Episode 1, though, like, the first, like, the Phantom Menace.
I liked it because I was 9 years old when it came out, 7 years old.
Right, but, like, as an adult now, like, looking back at it, like, that's a shit
it's
movie.
not that great.
It's the shittiest one of the Star Wars movies to me.
Maybe Episode 2. could be worse than Phantom Menace just because the writing in
Those
episode
would be
2,
my bottom two.
The writing in episode 2 is fucking awful. Like, it's so bad.
Yeah, and they didn't have pod racing, so.
Yeah, and Hayden Christensen wasn't that good, but I still love those movies because they're Star Wars movies. Yeah, they're
Right.
not that good, but
And you're
God
learning
damn
about
it,
the
it's
like.
Star
I love
Wars.
learning about the backstories. It's like
Right.
everybody on like every show you watch. Like, man, I would really love like Better Call Saul came out, and I was like, that's awesome that like they referenced that from when he met so and so from Breaking Bad, and then you met this guy, you met Tuco on this. Like, I love the like hearing the backstories, and it's just like I don't fucking care like what it is. Just like I want to learn about that. Like Obi-Wan's got another one coming up. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna see that.
It's more information on a story that you love.
Right.
Which is exactly like that's
And it's
why
like,
I
it's
still
not
like
for
Boondock
everybody?
Saints too. It's a terrible movie.
Okay, yeah.
But I love Boondock Saints.
It's not for everybody, I guess. If you're not a big Star Wars person, you might not care about it as much. But like, I loved Rogue One, and I remember when people were like, Rogue One is dumb.
Yeah, anybody who didn't like Rogue One's a fucking idiot, and that's just because like, yeah, it's not about the Force and all that. This is about the people boots on the ground getting the shit done to set up everything for the Jedi.
Right.
Like-
And like I hadn't, and like that had never like crossed my mind that like that storyline. But when that happens, like that makes so much sense.
I had
and,
one
like, that
problem with
opening.
Rogue One though.
Okay, well,
No, they in the thing like in episode 4 they talk about many Bothans died to bring us this information. I didn't see that many Bothans in Rogue One.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't think they didn't have enough Bothans. That was my one problem with
That's
the movie.
fair.
Other than that, that movie was 9 out of 10.
It was pretty great.
Solo, I'd probably give an 8 out of 10.
Do you think Rogue One was better than Last Jedi?
4 out of 5 ladles. See, here's the thing.
Thank you for correcting yourself.
I just rewatched The Last Jedi this weekend too because my dad had still not seen it, so we bought it and watched it at home on Sunday. And I don't get the hate on The Last Jedi either.
What is this like? Well, it's pushing its liberal agenda. That's
No.
why people.
That-
that's why Star Wars is losing fans. Like I don't fucking. It's lightsabers.
By the way,
it's the Force. It's
That was
not
another thing that
real.
pissed me off. There's no liberal agenda in these movies.
What?
At all.
How? They're aliens. They don't have anything
it's-
liberal.
Like there was a thing going on, and I'll address all this later and not cool, but about
shoot guns.
about Lando being pansexual. That's not in the movie at all. At all.
Oh, really?
Not even in the smallest fucking little bit.
Dude, is Fett in it? Is Boba Fett in it?
No,
at all?
but he's getting his own movie.
No, I knew that, but like I didn't know if Han crosses paths with him or whatever. 'cause,
No.
I know Baba and Han didn't really. They were a little on the outs. You know?
But yeah, 4 out of 5 ladles. Fucking
Awesome.
great movie.
I didn't get a chance to go see it, but I think I might
See,
go. I might do
it's-
like a weekday matinee this week.
It's definitely worth it. I'm going to see Deadpool on Thursday because I haven't seen
Oh
it
yeah.
yet.
Have you seen Deadpool, Robert?
Yeah, I saw Deadpool like a week after it came out.
Oh shit! Then you know what that means.
Did you just like cover your ears the whole time because of all the swearing?
Well, yeah.
No.
Were you upset?
No, I think we've trained him.
Yeah,
Sure.
he's used to
Did
it.
you see Han yet though?
No, I don't like Star Wars.
God, you're a fucking terrible person. Okay, well,
How superhero movies are for Alex is how Star Wars is for me.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's a fair.
not fair. You're both wrong on both counts.
But I mean, I would at least I would argue that like I can get more into Star Wars and like figure out like those people without having to keep up with as much as you do with like an entire universe of superheroes. You know, that's in my thinking. It's like that's easier to like okay, well there were originally like 3 movies and then 6 movies and now they're adding on, but like there's 400,000 superhero movies to.
they're all good.
I know I'm not saying that they're not. I just not my cup of tea.
But yeah.
How
that's
many
where I've been.
ladles of gravy do you give Deadpool to?
Probably 3.5 out of 5.
Ooh, not as good as
Really?
Solo. Not as good as Solo.
I didn't like it as much as the first one.
Yeah,
First
see,
Deadpool.
you're only the third person I've heard say that. Somebody at work this morning told me that, and everybody else basically across the board has told me that they liked it more than the original, and they love the original.
It's not Thanos that he fights. He fights Cable. Mm-hmm. Look at me. Look at me adapting and learning.
It's more story driven, but there are just like a few problems that I have with it. Like I just couldn't get over. Like there's 2 characters that like really have no reason to be in the movie.
The women.
Is T.J. Miller one of them?
No,
Is he funny in it?
not really. I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah,
Was he funny in the first one?
I thought so.
I think in the first one he was
He's
funny.
supposed to be the comedic relief.
Yeah,
right?
he's the
Yeah,
one who
but
said
he-
he looked like a.
He does the same
Testicle.
thing in this one than he did in the last one. So it's
Oh, okay.
not new. It's
I didn't
just-
make it all the way through the first one, so like that was why I was. It wasn't that it was a bad movie. I was literally just like I think I was like really hungover and it was.
You
one of
had
those-
enough time. It's,
I mean,
it's on
just-
demand.
But like like you know what I watched this weekend? I watched. Have you seen the Notorious documentary about Conor McGregor on Netflix?
No, I've been meaning to.
That's been on my queue forever, and I was like, you know what? I'm fucking watching it. It's 90 minutes long. Let's do this. It was fucking dope. I mean, I knew a lot of that stuff about Conor McGregor anyways, but just to watch how hard that motherfucker trains.
I'm surprised we haven't heard shit since he's been arrested.
I mean, because he's trying to like keep it on the DL so he can get that Khabib Nurmagomedov fight coming up, and you know that's gonna definitely happen.
Don't take away my belt.
Oh, he'll get that belt back. Nobody trains harder than that dude, I don't think. I mean, obviously I don't watch everybody train, but like the shit he was doing in this fucking documentary was just like, my God, that's how you win.
So where you been, Alex?
Well, enjoying the old Memorial Day weekend. Unfortunately, the Rockets didn't do too well, but I've been watching a lot of the NBA playoffs, the Western Conference Finals, Eastern Conference Finals. Now the Stanley Cup is underway. Saturday night, I went out to Kirby Ice House. With it was the extended weekend, so my brother and Emma's sister came into town from Dallas, and my brother was in here, and we went out to the pool and kind of just chilled out there all day and did some day drinking, which is always fun.
Always fun.
And then we were trying to find a place to go you could take the dogs to, and I was like, oh wait, I haven't got all the vaccinations for my dog, so I shouldn't take my dog to the patio bar. So we left her to Kirby Ice House, which is a dope bar if you've never been there, but I would highly recommend it. We met up with Daniel Tom Chesson and Danny G. Danny G. The close personal friends of the podcast. Sean, I've met Daniel 4 times now, and I've met Sean in person 0 times. So
I bet he's got a shitty mustache.
If Sean has a mustache, it's probably pretty great if it's like mine. But Daniel, I think Daniel might be passing him for listener numero uno right now. I think so. At this point,
he's got my vote.
He's the king right now. Danny G though, he's working his way up. So Sean, watch your back, bro. Danny G's probably 3rd now.
What if at like the end of the summer we put out like a listener ranking?
Power rank for the listeners?
Ooh.
Because Chris Calvillo used to be our number 1.
I haven't heard from Chris in a while.
Chris Calvillo, he got a different job, so he hasn't been listening as much. But
I haven't really seen him on Twitter.
That shit happens. It's funny when people are like, dude, I haven't been able to listen to the podcast. I'm like, I don't hate you because you don't listen to the podcast.
Dude, life happens.
There's life. It is not easy. Like a lot of people don't have time to just listen to, especially if you have kids and shit. Yeah. Like I don't expect you to listen to 2.5 hours of me saying shit jokes
and cunt
and like fucking around all day and just getting drunk and listening.
Yeah, you don't want your 2-year-old daughter yelling cunt in the back seat of the car.
Although we would prefer that you do listen to us. Just teach the kids the old earmuffs method. Earmuff it.
Earmuff it for 3 hours.
For 3 hours. It'll be it's good for to teach them some self-control going forward.
It's true,
right? But yeah, so we went out to Kirby Ice House. I actually have a not cool that kind of happened there. And it was not the Rockets losing, but it's not the officiating either, because I don't like to be the guy that blames officiating, although the officiating was horrendous in the games is 6 and 7. But you can't blame. You can maybe blame the referees for that 6 game, but Game 7, there's no excuses for missing 27 consecutive 3-pointers.
Yeah.
Regardless of how slow the pace is, because the referees like Scott Foster want to just fucking
Scott Foster cost us 16 points by himself.
Fuck Scott Foster. He's gonna be a not cool. But I'm just going to get out of the way early. But then just pulled and chilling and went out to the parents' house on Sunday and did some more grilling and chilling. And that was pretty much where I've been.
Nice.
It's been a fun little weekend. Just I got pretty drunk 3 out of the 4 days. Or 2 out of 3 days. Excuse me. Friday night, Saturday night. Yeah. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. I was pretty drunk. So I felt like I was getting that tolerance up again,
Sounds exhausting.
It is. Like each morning we're like, all right, let's just chug some waters real quick, and then go back to booze.
Gatorade and Pedialyte. That's what
I go Pedialyte over Gatorade, but I mean, Pedialyte is delicious. So like, I feel like, did you know Pharrell drinks it like every day? That's why Pharrell hasn't aged. So maybe we should just drink Pedialyte.
Is that why black don't crack? Are we missing out on something?
I don't know.
Because we definitely crack.
I crack like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I don't do crack, but I crack.
Yeah.
Like an egg. I mean, have you've seen my face get punched before? It bleeds. I crack right open. All right. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. Robert, what were you gonna say, bud? Where you been?
So just like you guys been watching basketball. The only time of year that I ever watch basketball.
Yeah, like Robert seems like you were talking to me in detail about it before, like about like recapping the games a little bit, and it was funny because I was like, I can't remember a time that Robert's ever like had a basketball conversation.
No, this is the only time I watch basketball. You're
pretty exclusive to baseball, right?
Pretty exclusive.
Because football season, you don't really care.
Nope. Because
like sometimes I'll be like, did you see that? Oh, you didn't? Okay. Like, you sometimes watch the Texans, but not always. Like if it's a primetime game, maybe you'll watch it. And there's nothing against that. Just you're our baseball guy.
Yeah, both my brother and Sam were like, "Why are you watching basketball?" I'm like, I had to explain to them both times, like, This is the only time I'm gonna care about basketball because of the playoffs and the Rockets are.
Because I rep my city, bro. I rep my city.
And otherwise, I probably wouldn't care.
Yeah. Were you like? What did you think as like somebody that's not like a huge basketball fan? Were you just kind of like we're getting screwed?
Yeah. What I really like about basketball is like the announcers. Everything's so fast paced. Like there's really not many breaks.
Except for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, the last 5 minutes can last like half an hour, but other than that, it's pretty fast paced.
What I really like about basketball and like things like what Scott Foster really likes about Scott Brooks was the old Oklahoma coach, excuse me. Scott Foster really likes about basketball, the official from Game 7, is that like you can just take a player out of the game if you want to, and you're like, watch this.
Yeah, you can ruin an entire game single-handedly.
You get some momentum, foul. And I get like it was kind of going both ways because really early on he called Clay on two BS.
Yeah,
fouls.
there's no way that guy ever refs a finals game. He was awful.
Oh, he totally will ref a finals game. I guarantee you.
No way.
I guarantee
He missed like 13
You
calls
know,
in
like
that one
that's
game.
how the NBA works, right? Like Joey Crawford was the worst official in the NBA until he retired last year, and he officiated every game.
He was actually a good official. He was just a petty bastard and held shit against players.
I hate when in the NFL, I guess you get to like make the headlines when like Ed Hockley can kind of put his face on the game if he wants to, but you don't see it as much as in basketball. It's like. I don't need to know the official's name. And the fact that I know Scott Foster's name because I fucking hate him and I'm not looking it up like willingly. But like,
we were
Scott
0-6
Foster,
in the
Scott
playoffs
Foster,
when he
Scott
left.
Foster. And like I saw that stat afterwards and I was like, God damn it, guys. But yeah, it was and then Tony Brothers is the other guy. It's kind of a douchey fucking ref. But like I feel like half of the NBA officials is like, hopefully nobody gets that game. Nobody wants that game.
Yeah.
The only two baseball umpires whose name I know are Joe West and Angel Hernandez.
Joe West is the guy that wore the armband, right? It was like, quit being mean to umps.
I just know Joe West because he's like an old fat guy and he's
Was
awesome.
he the
And then
Galarraga
Angel
guy?
Hernandez because he blew the perfect game.
Oh, Hernandez did? I thought it was Joe West was.
No. Angel Hernandez was the one on first base that called him. It was Galarraga was pitching.
Or Galarraga.
I can't remember, but
Yeah, it was Galarraga.
Yeah,
In
Galarraga
Detroit?
was pitching. Had the perfect game. Guy was out by like a step and a half, and he goes safe.
But then that guy got, like, because it was Joe West was the crew chief then.
Yeah.
Because then they were saying, like, oh, Joe West, what a shitty umpire. And then, like, at the end of the other, he
Joe
was, like,
had
the
nothing
number
to do with
one.
it.
He was the number one rated umpire
Yeah.
by players and everything like that.
I just love because he's old and he's got those like fat old guy jowls that like when he takes off his mask to like stare at somebody, he's just like, I'm Jabba the Hutt. It just makes me laugh to look at his face. Like,
I would just hope one day he does. I'm Jabba the Hutt. Dude, that's like a Star Wars promotion. When Obi-Wan comes out, guys, just an idea. Just, I'm Jabba the Hutt.
you mean when
But, no,
Boba Fett
but
comes
the
out?
next one. Was Boba Fett the next one?
Boba Fett. Well, I mean, there's the episode 9 next year. Then Boba Fett. the
That's
year after
wrapping it
that.
all up, right? We're not going to go deeper.
Oh no, we're going deeper. After that, they've already signed a deal to go back in like Star Wars time to the old Republic, back when there was like thousands of Jedi and thousands of Sith.
No, but like Kylo and them are done after this next one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then like,
I love that.
You
That's
know,
my one
eventually
thing I
they'll
like
make
about Star
Obi-Wan
Wars.
movies, and they're like Disney's just gonna.
Well, they've
keep
already got
putting
the
this out.
script released and everything, and since Disney owns it, yeah, like they're adding stuff to the theme park. You don't think they're gonna? They're planning on taking that shit down?
Yeah. Well,
Which is actually
I'm a
pretty
little
smart.
worried, but like I said, I'll get to all. The
It's
Star
gonna
Wars
get
stuff later.
oversaturated, kind of like The
Not for
Walking
me.
Dead. Kind of like The Walking. Did you see that Walking Dead has Rick is leaving The Walking Dead this season?
Nope, I'm so far behind.
No, but I was talking to somebody and I was like, "Hey, bro, like, I'm pretty excited about this because this kind of gives me a possible out now." Where I'm like, because they said he's gonna leave at some point during the season, and I was like, "That's gonna be awesome because then if Rick's gone, I'm gonna be like, let's see how The Walking Dead stands without Rick." And
Is
if
he
the
gonna leave or
season-
is he gonna die?
I mean, I would assume he dies.
Is
Right?
he just gonna like walk off into the sunset?
I don't think you do that. I mean, I don't know too many of the people that have done that in this show. Morgan did, but that's just to go on the other series that they're trying to do. But just, I mean, it's one of those where it's like, if the comics are still going, they don't have an end in sight, and I'm not going to watch a TV show for 20 years. I don't want to do that. I don't have that kind of time.
South Park. Boom.
But if you religiously watch South Park for 20 years, really?
Yeah.
You watch every single episode, every time it comes
I've
out?
never missed an episode of South Park. No, like I might miss it that night when it comes out because I'm doing something, but I've never gone more than 2 weeks without seeing the episode.
Okay, that's dedication, dude.
I love me some South Park.
But just like it's like I'm not a zombie guy. So, like I liked the show
Yeah.
and I got into it, and I'm just like, all right, I'm invested in some of the characters. What happens? Let's go.
Yeah, like I haven't even finished Negan.
Right, dude. Negan's dope.
Yeah,
Negan's kind of the reason I'm staying. Like, Negan's a good bad guy.
Yeah, we finished season 6 and we've just never started season 7.
That's understandable.
I'm just like, ugh.
I get it, and it's funny because I have this same conversation with a lot of people that watch The Walking Dead. It's like, well, I just don't know how much longer I'm hanging on. I'm just waiting it out. Like, it's good, and there's episodes that are really good, and you're like, this is why I watch the show. But then there's like a 3-4 episode period where you're like,
me and my brother always really enjoyed it, but then like when because we were always a season behind because we had to wait for Netflix to come out, to watch it, and then finally, even as we did get caught up, we were just like, well, like we're watching other shit, and we both like. I remember one day we looked at each other like, "Do you feel like we need to start it? Like, right? Do we need to start this?" And I was like, "No, let's just finish what we're watching." And like that was probably like a year ago,
the beginning of the end, right there.
And now we're just like, we don't. It doesn't have us anymore. We're not hooked to where like, we gotta.
I agree with you on
which
that. Which
sucks because we were in like the best bad guy period with Negan, and we're both like, I don't care.
Right.
Like, I want to see what happens, but I don't want to take the time to see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I can read about it later.
Yeah, I can always read the book.
I'm an avid fan of reading the book online.
Yeah.
I have not read I have not read Solo yet, so props to me.
Watch it first.
Props to me for not going and reading the book before
it first,
I saw the
then
movie.
read the book.
I'm gonna have to compare though at the end. But that's where you've been. Let me tell you guys about MeUndies. How about that, huh?
How about that?
You definitely heard us talk about MeUndies, and you know the fun, comfy undies that feel just as good as they look. To those of you that haven't tried them yet, listen up. You get incredible underwear sent right to your door with MeUndies, and that means no more hunting around for the perfect pair at a crowded store and eventually settling for good enough. MeUndies is so sure that you're going to love your first pair that if you're not happy, they're going to do whatever they can to get you in the right pair, and if you can't keep them, they're going to refund you and give you your first pair for free. So really, it's risk-free to try the best underwear ever. And like honestly, if MeUndies is going to do everything they can to get you in the right pair of underwear and you're still not happy, then like you're being kind of a petty little bitch. It's just like fucking, it's underwear.
You're being a
it's
PB.
Fucking underwear. If you aren't happy with like, hey, well, what about this one? What about this one? And you're still not just like fucking like underwear's not for you then. Like, sorry.
Yeah.
I don't really know what you're going to find because I wear MeUndies every day and they're the best goddamn underwear I have ever worn. And if you're already part of the MeUndies family, tell your friends about it through their referral program. They're going to get a discount and you'll get store credit. It's a win-win. I actually got my subscription card that they give me. It has the I can share and I can make money now. If I were to give you my discount and you use it, and they'd be like, here, Alex, here's some credit on your free credit that we already have anyways. But MeUndies is pretty awesome.
High five.
Still not sure? Well, MeUndies has a deal for our listeners. For the first time purchasers get 20% off their first pair of MeUndies and free shipping. That's 20% off plus free shipping and a guarantee that you and your MeUndies are going to be very happy together. Get your butt over to MeUndies and treat yourself. To get 20% off your first pair, free shipping, and a satisfaction guarantee, to go to MeUndies.com/podcast. That's MeUndies.com/podcast. One more time, that's MeUndies.com/podcast. Okay, let's move along here.
I was really hoping that high five was going to throw you off really bad.
High five! I'm a professional.
I thought as you were reading it, did that fucker just pull
it was working on it. You were working on it. It was a good little decoy right there. All right, this is Comeback Kid.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right, let's lead off with Summer, guys.
Woo!
Summer is fucking back. Welcome back, Summer. Also back, Harambe. May he rest in peace. On Sunday, it had been 2 years since we lost our sweet prince, and I've still not gotten over it
I
yet.
gotta get off Bumble. Sorry.
What? But yeah, I mean it was sad that he was gone, and it was one of those things where it just kind of sneaks up on you every year. Where you just
To Harambe.
To Harambe.
Good riddance, you motherfucker.
Whoa! Don't you dare do that.
Desperation at the Cincinnati Zoo. A 4-year-old boy.
It's become a yearly tradition to just honor him with this song.
And over a moat wall.
There's a Harambe death song.
A 17-year-old.
You're listening to KPTG. We'll be right back.
is the boy. His mother
See, one day it'll be a music podcast.
and what happens next.
We're just moving it away.
Just subtly throw it in there. It's bringing a tear to my eye. was holding hands with the boy.
So wait, was it Harambe or Harambe?
Harambe. For musical purposes.
It's Harambe.
Ever since you're gone, I can't sleep.
I can't sleep.
Life just ain't the same.
It ain't the same, girl.
Without you.
Without you, my friend.
Gorilla love.
On the 28th of May, I looked at the TV with tears running down my cheeks. Ooh, I miss you, Harambe. I wish they took that mother's life instead.
I mean, she gets no blame.
Harambe, I miss you, Harambe. Why did you go? Harambe, I want you to come back. Is that so much to ask, Harambe?
I feel like this guy probably jacks it while looking at pictures of
Well,
Harambe.
hey, like I get it. You know, it's tough. It's a tough time for all of us.
Monkey love.
Monkey love. I mean, let's just remember his favorite things. He loved celery. He loved playing with his friends.
Bananas.
He loved being outside. He did love bananas. My God.
I'm guessing he
was
loved
more of a
playing
plantain
with
kind of guy.
himself, too.
Sometimes. But, like, that's only, like, you know. Let's just say Harambe was slaying it with the ladies. And then they made a rap song about it as well. I don't know if you know that.
Some might have even considered him almost human.
It sounds like Swayze.
I know. Rocky Gold. Very similar guy, though.
No, he was dead. You took him too soon, man. He was so cool. He was the coolest gorilla up in his whole school. How dare you take away my gorilla, my best friend? Yeah, for real, man, this haters gotta end. Yeah, and I know how to end it. And I ain't joking, you gon' think that I'm pretending. Just pull your dick out, man. It's for Harambe. All day, every day.
I forgot about dicks out for Harambe.
Party boy too. Yo, Ben, man, what's up with you?
Started a movement.
Make Alaska, what's up too? And wait, don't forget
Back when pulling your dick out was okay.
No, it's not sexual assault. It's for Harambe.
Oh, well, okay. I'm sorry.
You know that we're missing you. Dicks out for
Who'd you say this is?
Rocky Gold.
Dicks out for Harambe. Dicks out for Harambe.
Dicks out for Harambe. Harambe.
Dicks out for Harambe.
Dude, that fucking bumps.
Dude, it does.
I like
It's
that.
a fucking jam.
That song
It's on my
might
run-
actually get me on Harambe.
It's on my running playlist. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna run for Harambe now, man.
Do you ever pull your dick out while running for Harambe?
I've done it one time and people don't like it. Like a lot of times you're at a park and it's just like, oh, sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. I just got caught up in the song. I got caught up in the song. I didn't understand. I didn't
Especially with a mustache, man. That's a dangerous
the mustache.
game.
Yeah, the mustache isn't a great look with that. Like,
Yeah.
that's a bad combo. All right, so Harambe is back. R.I.P.
But he's
In
not,
peace.
though.
Sweet Prince.
He's not back.
I mean, not yet. We haven't found out how to reincarnate him, but I've been working every single day.
Are you trying to make him Gorilla Jesus?
Yes. Yes, I mean, he's already established that he is Gorilla Jesus.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Name one other gorilla besides Mighty Joe Young.
Oh, damn.
Or Coco.
That's where I was going with Mighty Joe Young.
Mighty Joe Young, Coco, and that's all I can think of.
Coco was the one from the movie where they had the sign glove that could like speak.
Like
as she
the lady
signed.
that like really went like lived with him.
What was it, Congo?
I don't know.
And then there was wasn't there a gorilla from what was that fucking movie where the kid had the gorilla and he drove cross country with it? Born to Be Wild or something?
Yeah, but I don't remember the name of it.
Neither do I.
And I don't remember the name, but James Franco's monkey was on Caesar. Caesar was the name of monkey in Planet of the Apes.
Okay, first of all,
It wasn't.
he
an
was
ape.
not a monkey, and he was not a gorilla. He was a
an ape.
chimpanzee.
He was an ape.
He was an ape.
Well, it was a planet of apes. Whole planet was apes.
You're an ape.
Yeah, I am.
I should just not tweet that out. Or
You better just
I'll lose my job.
do tweet it though, and I'll be like, "Hey, man, I've been working out. Thanks, dude."
Alex plus.
What if it was like it's like a workout thing? Like what if I had been in the gym and I looked like I was jacked like an ape?
What if I put like Dr. Phil plus an ape equals Alex? Called you an ape
I don't
with
think
a
I
mustache.
look like Dr. Phil. I got hair.
But you got a mustache.
Like a lot of people have mustaches.
A lot?
A lot of people have
Some.
mustaches. There's definitely a lot of people in the world.
Freddie
that
Mercury plus more AIDS equals Alex.
less AIDS.
More AIDS.
Less AIDS plus ape. Let's do that.
More AIDS.
Less AIDS plus ape.
More AIDS.
Ape, not AIDS.
Ape
Remember that,
AIDS.
kids.
Plus ape AIDS.
Apes, not AIDS. That's what I always say.
The fuck are we even talking about?
Yeah, not much. So let's moving along now. Back another comeback kid, and this is a real comeback kid because this kind of happened last night, or I guess not really last night, but it got better last night. Rap beefs, dude. Rap beefs are back. Fucking, I love me a good rap beef. What's better than that? Where you can just like diss track after diss track after
corned
diss
beef?
track. Corned beef.
Corned beef is better than
That's
rap
pretty
beef.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Well, I mean, rap beef's pretty great, though. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
in
pretty
itself.
good.
In itself. But, so Drake and Pusha T are, they're beefing. They're beefing these days.
They be beefing.
So now, I'm woke, and this is a woke podcast, so if you're not up to date, up to speed on what's going on, let me just fill you in on what I think is happening. So based on what I've read and listened to, Pusha T put out an album on Friday, and Drake put out like he put like a mixtape or whatever it was on the same day, kind of trying to steal his thunder. And so Pusha T comes out with Infrared, which is like a Drake diss track, and he's talking shit about Drake. And let's just say old Drakey boy didn't take too kindly to that, so he went and made this thing called Duppy Freestyle.
Stood up out of his wheelchair.
Stood up out of his wheelchair, made the shot in basketball, because he was a basketball player before that, right?
I don't know.
I thought he was a really good basketball player. That
I
got
don't
hurt,
watch Canadian
but
sitcoms.
Jimmy, right? Little Jimmy. Anyways, Drake, I would argue, and we were talking about this before the podcast, but like No Vaseline, Ice Cube was probably like the best diss track of all time. But I would say Drake's back-to-back, when he just basically murdered Meek Mill, is number 2. I feel like I've said that before, though. But Drake, he's probably like one of the kings of diss tracks. He responded, and Kanye West helped produce Pusha T's newest album called Daytona. Pusha T brings out the story of Adidon, I think is what it's called. And apparently he just calls out Drake for having a baby with a porn star that we don't know about. Calls it his Beyonce and all of this shit. So I guess 2 points Pusha T, 1 point Drake. We're gonna have to see how he responds to this one. He's using the story of OJ. Fun fact: I'm a big fan of that song. It's Jay-Z's song, but he uses that, and he's using Spanish and stuff. And it's like, whoa, buddy.
Well, what porn star is he supposed to have a kid with? Because that might be a point for Drake and not Pusha T if it's a good one.
Yeah, but I guess Drake doesn't seem proud of it. Is what like this kind of.
Is she a Canadian porn star?
So pretty much like names the son, and then
Did he
this
say
whole like
Sophie?
dad shame. Sophie was his mom's name, I believe.
Oh, I was gonna say, was that
He
the name
said
of
his
the porn
dad
star?
left and Sophie was all by herself, and then he's like, "Why is your mom not getting? Your mom's always in second place because you're always doing all this stuff." That's at least what I'm getting from it. But there's nothing better than a good rap beef. And what I'm thinking that we need to do, because we're not good at rapping, is like let's do like a haiku beef on Twitter. You want to just have like rap, like a PTG beef. Like me and you will just have a fake beef. Like everybody else listening is like in on it now. So y'all got to take sides. Like, oh snap, Pat, you just showed Alex. Oh, sick burn, Alex. And then Robert will just drop in like, Bobby jokes. Oh my God, fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji.
I'm down. Apparently, Sophie was Sophie Brousseau, a former French porn star.
Oh, did not know that. Wow.
So she used to get
Not
fucked
his
while
mom.
eating cheese. That's what they do in French porn.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Just cheese and wine. They're just pouring wine on girls.
Nothing wrong
while
with
having
that.
sex
I
with them.
mean, win in France, right?
Right?
It makes sense.
When in France,
get
surrender.
it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna like haiku, just like rap diss each other,
Yeah.
but like haiku diss.
I hope
so,
this shit's ready, bro.
Because it's easy. Because it's just like 5 syllables, 7 syllables, and 5 syllables. And I'm not saying that because I know that off the top of my head I have it, and I'm looking at exactly what a haiku is in syllables. And I'm not gonna think of any off the top of my head because I'm probably not really great at it. But this week you're going down, bro.
No.
I'm gonna bury you on Twitter. Body bag him. Body bag. Put him in a body bag.
Keep talking. I don't need to
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah. Good.
I'll
All
tweet.
right. Let your tweets do the talking.
Yeah.
Let your tweets do the talking. So rap beefs are back, guys, and I'm pretty jacked about it. Star Wars also back because of Solo. You already
Solo.
talked about it. 4 out of 5 ladles of Grady, and like you were saying, people are not. And they were not giving it great rave reviews, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, it's just this liberal agenda." It's just like, I don't think they have Democrats in Star Wars, so how could it be a liberal agenda? And let's move along from that then to Starbucks is our other comeback kid.
The Bucks,
the old S-Bucks, S-Bucks. They had their diversity training day. Now, remember, they were like, "Hey, we're sorry we kicked out those 2 black guys for hanging out in our store because we were kind of racist towards them, but we're gonna just make all like 8,000 stores close, and we're gonna teach them like, hey, don't be mean to people because of their race."
What'd you guys find out? It cost them like $32 million or something.
So I have no idea. I don't remember off the top of my head, but it was a lot.
I was listening.
It was a lot of money. That's what everybody wanted to know, though. But they spent the entire day, I guess, teaching people how not to be racist.
Well, part of the day. It was like part of the afternoon.
Yeah, like a good chunk of change. It lost them some money, though.
Yeah.
So what I realized, though, is that they can't kick you out now. The one rule Starbucks has, really, is that, like, you can't really be violent. You probably can't be, like, pissed drunk. And then you can't be sleeping. So what I think is that next week, I think we should just record our podcast, like, with equipment and all. Like, we should just show up randomly to a Starbucks and do the podcast there. They can't kick us out.
See, you keep saying they can't, but like,
They
you
can't
also
kick us
said,
out.
let's just bring a cooler of beer. If you bring outside shit, they can kick you out.
Okay, well, we won't bring a cooler beer.
Okay, see, now I'm not doing it. So
We'll make Irish coffees. Just bring some those airplane bottles.
Okay, I can be convinced of that.
There we go.
I'll just go to the bathroom real
'Cause
quick
then-
and pour out the coffee. And
Then
fill it
we're
up with
paying
whiskey.
customers at that point too, because then we're like, hey, I just paid for this. Excuse me, I'm good.
Ma'am, you're interrupting our podcast trying to kick us out.
We should go. We should tweet where we're going, like which one we're going to, right when we get there, and then just have people show up.
I love how you're making up ideas for something that's not going to happen.
You don't know that. I mean, I'm down to do this. If you're down to do this,
I don't think it's going to happen.
I will move all of this equipment there next week if we want to.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen.
Pat's not going to do it.
No.
This is just Pat saying I'm not in.
Coffee is for New Yorkers and surrender people. French.
Dude, we're just doing it to prove that we can like play by the rules, you know? Like we're saying we're woke too, Starbucks.
I don't want to give Starbucks my business.
woke
okay?
bucks.
I don't want to give them my business.
What if I buy you a gift card to Starbucks?
No.
Worth $5 of like you just get a cup. All you gotta do is get a cup.
I'd prefer to do it at a Dunkin' Donuts.
But we would get kicked out of a Dunkin' Donuts. The whole purpose is they can't kick us out for doing a podcast.
I don't think
at a Starbucks.
Dunkin' would kick us out. They're super chill people.
They probably would, because we can't just show up nonchalant and do that.
I think we could. Starbucks. Or
All right, we're gonna do a 2-part podcast next week. We're gonna try and go to both places.
You know what? You go to Starbucks. I'll go to Dunkin'.
Doesn't
I'll
work
call
that way.
you.
We've got to both kind of be in the
I'll
same
call
spot.
you.
It's weird. I mean, totally different with a guy being on his phone at a Dunkin' Donuts than, hey, we set
Also,
up
I mean,
microphones.
if we go to Starbucks and we're talking, there's excuse me, I'm working on my screenplay. Can you guys please quiet down?
And then you'll say, please don't tell me how to live my life. That would be discriminating. Starbucks has a whole policy against this. Do you not remember that they shut down their store for
No,
a day?
I'm talking about another customer.
Yeah, and I'll be like, Starbucks, they're discriminating me because of my podcast. They're podcastists, is what we would say they are. That's the beauty of like how we're getting in this society. It's like anything that someone doesn't like about you is like, no, they're just like ist. Throw ist at the end of it, and then it's like, no, they're in the wrong.
We're 5 years away from me being able to go, well, you're just discriminating against me because I'm black. And they're gonna be like, I'm like, no,
I'm friends with black people.
I identify as black, and you not asking
Yeah.
me what I identify as a race.
How dare you?
Is discrimination, and so you're doubly discriminating against me,
By the way, how could you not ask my race right when we first met?
right?
And my gender as well, and my sexual orientation.
We're 20 years away from every time you meet someone, you have to just hand them a card and they fill out what they are.
I am gay, bi, straight. You circle one, and it's just like, okay, cool.
Someone's gonna hand back to you blank. I'm actually a wolf and I can't write.
A wolf. Just howl at him.
What if I identify you, Pat, as like Hispanic?
Ooh,
I mean, I love tacos, so I'm fucking down.
that kind of is. He's
I
half
love
Hispanic then.
tacos and I love parties, and you guys do both very well.
Margaritas. Do you like margaritas?
I enjoy a marg.
It's 3 things.
Frozen or on the rocks? Because I'm an on the rocks guy.
I'm on the rocks guy, but like when I go to a restaurant, you kind of I go frozen usually because
I mean, if they're dollar margaritas,
I gotta
yeah,
pace
okay.
myself.
Yeah.
I gotta pace myself because you just don't savor the flavor of the on the rocks. Another one.
Frozen margs are usually the cheap ones too. So.
Yeah, I mean, which
I'll have 17 frozen margaritas.
That'll be fine. It'll be $17 on my check. Thank you very
Marcus,
much.
there was this spot grins every day was dollar margs. Every day, it was fucking beautiful.
They used to have dollar margs in Huntsville on I think it was Wednesdays, and that was pretty dope.
My friends used to make fun
Los
of me
Panchitos
because they'd get regular margaritas, and I'd get the strawberry and sangria mixed margaritas. What are you, a girl? I'm like, we're drinking fucking.
We're drinking
frozen
margaritas.
Dollar margaritas, guys.
What does Panchitos mean in Spanish, Robert?
I have no idea.
You know Spanish. Okay, cool. Well, that was the name of the restaurant.
Why didn't you ask me? He identifies me as Spanish.
Yeah, Pat. What does Panchitos mean?
It has to do with Cheetos and pans. It's a hybrid.
Cheeto pants. It was pantalones.
No, pans.
But pantalones, though.
It's when you fry Cheetos in a pan. Pan Cheetos.
Ah, but they didn't sell those. Maybe I never asked. That might have been it.
Yeah,
that might have been it. All right, so Starbucks is back, and we might do a podcast there next week. We're just throwing it out there. Also back is the Cavs and Warriors being in the NBA Finals because, fuck, they do that every year now. Year 4.
Boring.
So thank you for all the parody, NBA. And fuck you, Scott Foster.
Yeah, fucking Klay Thompson came out and said something along the lines of, that's not our fault. The rest of the NBA needs to catch up. Well, the rest of the NBA would be caught up to a little bit if Kevin Durant wasn't a little bitch that turned and ran to the already best team in the league.
They went 2 years without Kevin Durant in a row, so...
Exactly. They were already the best, one of the best teams in the league, and then he goes, well, I can't beat you, and I'm a little bitch, so this is my only option.
It's not Klay's fault.
It's not Klay's. But for Klay to come out and go, everybody else just needs to catch up. Oh, so you want the other 8 stars in the league to just join 2 teams?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it.
We're
going to have 4 teams in the league.
And then LeBron will join us next year, and then we'll have the 2 Super teams. And so it'll be the Western Conference Finals will basically be the NBA Finals next year.
Yeah.
And then Boston. It'll be Houston, Boston, Golden State.
I don't think Cleveland's going to win a game. I honestly don't. I don't even think they're going to steal.
No, I think it might be a gentleman's sweep.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a sweep.
Warriors in 5.
Even with Iguodala out game 1, I don't see Cleveland winning a single game.
LeBron is going to score 40 points a game.
Yeah, and they're going to lose 4. It doesn't matter how many times LeBron scores 40. Everybody knows they have 0 chance of winning.
Yeah, he's the only guy they got. J.R. Smith isn't getting
unless
it done.
LeBron scores 60-plus points in a game, I don't see them winning a single one.
I agree with you on that.
It's just because they don't play that good of defense either on the Cavs. That was a lot of things. The Rockets didn't get credit for how well they
deteriorated in the
played.
last year.
Well, not even. Not
I mean,
just
his defense hasn't been.
His team has deteriorated.
But his defense hasn't been what it was.
It hasn't.
Probably because he's having to play 40 minutes a game.
But people don't realize. Part of the reason Steph was having such a hard time shooting, he missed a couple open ones. But we were playing great defense on Steph. We were up in his body the whole time. The Rockets still got 0 respect on their defense.
Well, what the Rockets were able to do was they were able to say at certain points, okay, well, Steph and Klay and Durant, we're gonna cover those guys. We'll fucking double them if we have to, and then let the other guys do whatever the fuck they want, and it'll be fine. And it's okay, if Draymond's gonna beat us like that, Draymond's gonna beat us like that. Draymond's mostly the defensive kind of guy. Well, I don't fucking care. I'm not gonna call him by his real name because I don't respect him because he's not on my team.
You mean Donkey?
Donkey from Shrek. Yes. Draymond Green. And
Donkey Green.
And so they were able to they kind of just play defense against 3 guys that they knew
that still didn't work
were the only 3 guys that were going to do shit, and it helped them out. But what we were saying before the show was just Golden State doesn't have to play. They can show up and play for 1 quarter a game and win because it's I'm just chilling.
They're pretty much guaranteed to score 30 plus in the third.
And I'm going to score 40 points really fast. Hold on. And now we're winning by 20. All right, what's up?
Yeah. It's just...
They don't have to
I
try.
don't plan on watching a single finals game.
I'm going to watch it, but
I'm going to spend my time watching the Stanley Cup finals.
I mean, they don't play on the same day, which is my only reason.
I'm going to play Fortnite on days when basketball's
okay.
on.
All right. That's fair. Quick one before we get to our final one is jerseys. Did you see the new West Ham unis that came out?
I did.
Dude, they put the new kits, as we call them, because we're soccer fans. The new kits. We got blue kits. We got navy blue kits with yellow socks. They're pretty dope. And then big deal about West Ham I saw on the Reddit page. Now they're getting rid of the blue sleeves, the claret sleeves. Huh? Used to have the burgundy, and then they had the claret sleeves going from like shoulder down. Not now. Now they just got a little stripe at the bottom of the sleeve with the claret on it, and it's
fuck is
fucking
a
baby
claret?
blue. Baby blue.
Okay.
It's fucking baby blue, but I'm trying to be the British soccer guy, so I have to sound professional because all of our soccer fans are listening. But so West Ham.
Hello, England.
Hello, mate. You sound like you're from London.
Yeah, they don't say mate.
Mate. Yeah, they do. You and a couple of your mates come over here.
I thought that was just
Or
Australia.
lads. It's lads is what they say,
Yeah.
right? I think.
Yeah, mate is Australian. Oh, I think they do say mate, but like, that's Australian to me.
You sound like you're from London.
It's my favorite line of the
It's
movie.
pretty great.
So good.
It's pretty great.
Might be my favorite Paul Rudd line of all time. Like, that's a strong statement because he's been acting for approximately
Yeah, but I mean, I can't
76
think of another
years.
one that's big. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. He's been in everything. Like, people forget he was in like a full season and a half of Friends.
Yeah, he was in a lot. He was with Phoebe.
Yeah. Ended up with Phoebe.
So, jerseys, uniforms, kits, they're back because West Ham got a dope new set of kits. And Roseanne, that's the big comeback kid, guys. Roseanne is back because she's canceled. Her show is canceled after she kind of was a racist, and you can't really say that stuff. Can't really say that stuff.
I feel like it doesn't even need to be said that you just can't call black people apes or compare them to apes.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of a given. That was just kind of a given. You don't ever say that.
She blamed it on Ambien.
Not that I don't think that at all. But yeah, you just can't ever say anything like that with it being like Howard Cosell back in the day kind of set that like when he said, "Oh, jumping around like a little monkey," he got in a lot of trouble. Even though his grandkids were like, he always called us little monkeys that were jumping around, and it was not a racial term to him. And you just after that, it's like, hey, don't ever say that. Don't. Just no.
I'm Howard Cosell.
Howard Cosell.
Don't call black people monkeys.
But do we chalk
That
this
would have
up?
been a great PSA.
We just chalk this up to every Roseanne has its Thorn. Is that what it is?
Yes. It's going to be every Roseanne has its Ambien.
Might be Ambien. I like Thorn because
Yeah.
it goes better with it.
That sucks, man. Because John Goodman was so fucking good in that.
I had not
show.
watched one episode of the new
you'll-
one.
you
Emma
really like it.
Like Emma watches that here, like that's her jam. Like she was so jacked when it came out because I guess her family watched it when she was growing up.
Yeah.
And she watched she was in the other room because I was playing Xbox and she was in the other room watching it, and I could hear her laughing out loud
Yeah.
at like the first episode of it. And it was funny because like Emma was like, it was so funny and all this, and then like the next day when I was at work and it was like, it was racist and no, it was fucking horrible. Who could like that? And I was like, what? My girlfriend is like the most like not racist, like sweet, awesome person ever. I'm obviously biased, but like I think that anyways. And like she was like, she's not a hateful person at all. And it was
It's
like,
just-
no, it was funny because they disagree on stuff and they kind of learn from each other, and it's just it's
That's what Roseanne always was. They were never afraid to tackle any problem. Like there was episodes of where her sister was getting beat up by her boyfriend.
Really?
And shit like that. Like, they didn't shy away from topics, and they never have. But they always came out the fucking other end of it, but now, one tweet fucking ended it all.
Yeah, there was nothing with the show, really, because the show is the #1 show
Yeah.
on television. And you just can't fucking say that. You can't say that. And I am one of those people that, like, I believe that you have the right to freedom of speech, but I believe that you also have to
Your
accept that
employers,
there's consequences
have
from
the
that.
right to fire
and
you.
it's kind of like... And what was funny to me yesterday on Twitter was seeing the amount of people that I've also seen this earlier or last week that were basically like, yeah, those players should have to stand because the NFL said so. Well, how dare they cancel? How dare they cancel Roseanne because she just used your freedom of speech? It's like, you can't be on both of those sides.
Well, see, here's the thing.
An employer has the right to tell their employees what they need, what rules they need to follow. And if those employees break rules, it's like, hey, maybe just don't say racist tweets. Now, that might not have been like an expressly written rule, but it's kind of a given. Like, don't fucking do that.
See, I didn't see anybody actually going, how dare they? I saw a lot of people tweeting out, oh, well, you don't
Well, they were
like
doing
them
the double standard. They were doing the double standard thing.
But you can't believe that they would do this either.
You're defending a racist still. You're still defending like a racist tweet.
I never saw a single person actually come out and go, they can't cancel her for that. I saw everybody coming out and going, God damn it, Roseanne, why would you do this? Everybody's going, you can't say that. But I never saw a single person actually come. I'm sure they were there, but I didn't see anybody come out and go,
I mean,
you
I
can't
did. I
cancel
saw
them
some
for that.
But what's funny, or not funny, but it's just like, it's Twitter. It's fucking Twitter to me, and just the outrage on Twitter and the I am so much better than you with the people that I've seen. Like, if you go look at their timelines, they say just as much they have just as much vitriol and hate that they're spewing out there, but they're not on a number one TV show, which is the difference that you see. And yeah, the Jamel Hills got suspended over the Trump things.
Dude,
and
they
the
pulled
Keith Olbermann stuff.
From like 3 or 4 different, like I know Hulu dropped them and a couple shows.
They're not doing reruns
channels,
anymore.
Yeah,
it was weird because I was watching reruns of it I wasn't, but like they were on when I came home, and Emma was like, "Did you hear Roseanne got canceled?" And I said, "Yeah, I just saw that."
Yeah,
and they ran like 3 more, and then it just kind of like faded away, and they stopped, and they pulled the rest of them, and you could tell because she was like, they usually go into like 6 with these, which is why she was watching.
It sucks because I really want to go back and watch them all.
I mean, I'm sure you can buy them, but what I
buy them.
What I hate is that now, like, it was a horrible tweet to send out. I get it.
Yeah.
But, like, is Roseanne a racist for one tweet? Is Roseanne a racist because Roseanne voted for Donald Trump? Like, I don't understand.
When she's been a lifelong Democrat and just supported
But
Trump.
what I don't understand is why, like, a tweet or something is like, you're a fucking racist Nazi motherfucker. Like Keith Olbermann calling Trump a Nazi. Trump's like he's not a fucking Nazi. He's not a Nazi. He's the goddamn president of the United States. A Nazi was fucking fighting for Hitler. That's totally different.
No. Actually, it now means disagreeing with me.
Right. I get that, but it's just like, okay, that's kind of like ape.
All it is it's the most simplistic, childlike arguing that you can do.
So
I don't have anything.
It's stereotyping an entire group of people based on one characteristic.
I'm just going to call you the worst thing I can possibly call you because I don't have anything else to say.
Right.
It's fucking terrible. But like,
and it's
I don't think she's a racist. She said something really stupid.
I don't know Roseanne personally. I feel like she's not a racist. I think she just is. She leans more towards the right than a lot of people do right now. And she's just like, she was on Jimmy Kimmel saying like, I haven't ever changed. Like, you
she's
guys
going
all
on Rogan
changed.
to explain it all.
Good.
I
can't wait.
In the 90s and 2000s, you went on Oprah and Barbara Walters to explain yourself.
On Joe Rogan.
Now you go on Joe Rogan.
That's what's up, man. I mean, Joe Rogan will give you the full 3 hours to discuss it.
Yeah.
And that's what's up, and I like that. And I'm definitely going to tune into that for sure. But, yeah, Roseanne is back. Roseanne has its thorn.
She's
and
back and gone.
She's back in the news is what that's the whole point of comeback. Back in the news, she'd come back up again. And I didn't realize it was still the #1 show.
I didn't realize it ended last week, though. So thank God we at least got the full season.
But they had already gotten a season 2 and everything like that. They were
I'm saying, like, thank God they
did.
didn't just stop airing it in the middle of the first season.
Right,
you know?
right. Yeah, ABC wouldn't want to. They wouldn't want to not get those ratings, I guess.
Yeah.
So Roseanne, 100% is back. Like, the show's not back. The show's canceled. And Emma's back. Emma also back. Late comeback kid of the week.
Yeah.
Emma's back, and Wheezy's Barking is back. So shout out to you guys. All right, let me tell you guys quickly about PassTheGravyMerch.com. All right. So I know Rockets lost in the finals, but hey, we do have an MVP here in this town. MVP finally shirts. Still haven't handed him officially the MVP, but you want to like have those ready to go so you can wear those to work, wear them around town once he gets those. You get the PTG members only shirt. I was wearing mine yesterday, and I was walking the dog, and someone's like, "Is that an HEB? You got an HEB shirt?" And I was like, "No, it's Pass the Gravy. It's a podcast. You should check it out." And I mean, I don't know if they listen.
It's our cold shirt.
It's
Join
our cold
us.
shirt. And I was like, just be a part. We have really great Doritos. It's delicious. And we got logo stickers. If you want the PTG logo right there. Shout out to Daniel Toncheston. We had lost. I had left my decals for cars that he gave us with the PTG logo on it at Waffle House when we had our karaoke night, and I met up with him at Kirby Ice House on Saturday night to watch that Rockets game. He brought me a bunch of them. You got one.
Yes,
Robert got
Daniel.
one. Russell, shout out to Russell because Russell said he thought he lost his at the bar that night for the karaoke thing too. He's like, I found mine in my glove box and just immediately had to pull over and put it on right there.
That was dope.
You didn't have to pull over right then, but hey, I love the hell out of you for doing that, bro. We got our PTG logo shirts. Did you know you can buy a Pass the Gravy flag? You should definitely do that. That'll look good. The Dallas Killed JFK People Don't Forget shirts. I am rocking mine right now. The Bomb Pop shirts for summer, and you guys got a little sneak peek. Of
Yeah,
a little,
you might need to look out for some new shirts coming,
little
guys.
design we got coming out next week. That the old Emma, the old ball and chain. She She designed this one as well. So hey, how about that? She designed the Bomb Pop one last year, and now she has the new one we got coming out. Our new summer shirt coming out next week. But if you want to get ahead on your shopping, you can go shop at PassTheGravyMerch.com. And remember, ladies, $1 off. $1 off.
Dollar
ladies,
off. Not dollars. $1.
I'm saying if you buy 2 shirts, though, $1 off.
That's
You
true.
think about that.
That is.
Because I'm assuming you're buying multiples, right?
Oh, of course.
That's why
Why
we
wouldn't
shoot big. Shoot for the sky, kids. But ladies, $1 off for your tees because we fixing the wage gap. So go to PassGravyMerch.com, get all your PTG gear. If you get it, tweet it to us. Send us a picture of you with your gear on. We want to see you. Lee Fincher was out there, and I already talked about that last week. He was out there in Jacksonville, Florida, repping that shit. If you're wearing your Pass the Gravy stuff out there, fucking let us know, guys. My friend Brandon was up in Toronto or Canada, wherever the hell he was, not too long or a while ago for his honeymoon, and they were like, "Hey, what's up? We're wearing Pass the Gravy shit." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, guys!" So if you're wearing your PTG gear out on the town, send us a pic, and we'll retweet it. We'll give you a shout out. So PassTheGravyMerch.com, and hit us up on Twitter at PassTheGravyPod on the Twitter. I'm at Alex J Middleton. Pat is at NotPatDN, and Robert is at RobertBarbosa03. We already talked about Big Brother, so I guess the next logical thing that we will do is not cool.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. That's not cool. That's not cool.
All right, who wants to lead us off today? I can if nobody else does. Or Daniel Tom Chestnut is going to lead us off. Our buddy, my close personal friend Daniel Tom Chestnut, I've already talked about several times on the podcast, at Daniel_Blake. He told us about his not cool. He says, when it barely starts raining and people put their hazards on. It's just like spitting, and you're just like, all right, we don't need to slow down 40 miles an hour on the freeway to do this. You should just get in the right-hand lane and just kind of go slower if you want to do that. Let everybody else get in the left hand. It's like, I don't know. What if it's watery here?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I didn't even slow down, like my tires were bald. Like my front two are bald, back two. I still wasn't slowing
Probably
down.
not safe to drive around it a lot.
No. But like even when it started to rain, I was like, fuck you, I know
like
how
to
to rain.
live on
I
the
just
edge.
give myself enough room. My back two tires can handle the braking. But like I understand when it's fucking raining so bad that you can't see 100 yards out in front. Everybody put your hazards on, so we can see you.
definitely.
But when it's just spitting, I can't stand that shit either. I fucking
Yeah, it's frustrating.
dude. Any sort of weather, people down here can't drive. It's so.
I think it's everywhere. I don't think it's just here. I think it's everywhere. But you just we all live here, so we're like, oh, you should.
No, because I have
weather.
family up north and shit, and they'll drive like maniacs in the snow.
Yeah, because they see the snow all the time.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just down here we don't have weather. All we have is rain.
That's true.
So
And
when
floods.
it rains, everyone freaks the fuck out. Well,
Yeah, it's
raining is
it's
part of flood.
obnoxious, but that is definitely a good not cool Daniel. I got one, and I was with Daniel actually. It was so we went to Kirby Ice House to watch the Rockets game, and it gets to halftime, and it was awesome because they have that little patio area out there, and it's there's a part that's covered, and then the rest is not, and they have all these food trucks and everything. It's an awesome bar, and we were out under the covered part, and that was just the one table my brother could find when he got there, because he got there first. He was like, I got one spot. It's not really in a great spot, but we can kind of watch the TV this way if we look at it from this angle. So that was cool. And then we were like, well, this kind of the angle's not great, but okay, we'll deal with it. The Rockets were up at halftime, and we were all jacked up. Everybody was yelling. Everybody was drinking. Everybody was having a good time. And then it started fucking pouring rain. And it was really funny because everybody from the outside cleared up and got under the covered spot. And we're like, man, I'm really glad our table is not wet with all of the food and drinks that we had sitting out there. That would really suck if that fucking happened. And I got to watch the game next to a dog, a pit bull named Boss. He was wearing a T-Mac jersey. It was fucking awesome. So it really actually helped me out. But my not cool was really satellite TV at like thunderstorms and shit like that when bad weather happens, because we're like, all right, well, we're going to take a final break, and we come back with the second half of Game 6, and then it's just like, oh, sorry, no signal, DirecTV, no signal, DirecTV, no signal, DirecTV, no signal, DirecTV, no signals, and everybody's booing. And it was like, we're not booing, the bar, we get, they cannot fix the weather. I understand that. But it's just like, fucking satellite, come on. You got to be better than this at some point.
Figure it out.
It's 2018. It's 2018. It's a storm, a rainstorm and thunderstorm should not knock out our Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. You know what I'm saying? So just, that's why, and fuck Comcast. But shout out to Comcast, because when the storms happen, usually they don't go out. Sometimes they do, but not often.
Rarely.
It's like in the one time they did, our boy Mundo, he works for Comcast. He came over and was like, yeah, they left the box open and everything got wet. So usually when they do their job and they cover the boxes and stuff, it's ground wires, so it doesn't just be like, oh, sorry, I can't get a signal. So just satellite TV, I guess, during storms is not cool to me.
Yeah. I got a couple.
All right.
My first one.
Let's hear them.
Comcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's why I said fuck you, Comcast. But
so like our signal is been shit. Like we don't get TNT constantly goes like pixelated and like in and out. So like we've had to deal with that the entire playoffs. And like our internet, you guys, you've heard me bitch about this every week. It's so bad. My brother finally fucking called him and was like, listen, like this has been going on forever now. You need to send somebody out to come fix it. And they're like, well, we finally, this one guy tells us, my brother's been on the phone with 20 fucking people. Finally, this one guy's like, well, it sounds like you might have a loose wire on your thing somewhere. And he's like, okay, cool, send somebody out to come fix it. And the guy's like, well, just so you know, it could take up to 2 weeks to get somebody out. No, that's unfucking acceptable. What do you mean?
I'm a paying customer.
What do you mean it could take 2 weeks? So you're fully admitting to me right now that your service is so fucking terrible in such a highly populated area as us, with how many employees you have. You have to go to so many fucking jobs constantly that it'll take 2 weeks to send somebody out to look at a wire? It's fucking
that's
unbelievable.
bullshit. That's bullshit.
It's just, fuck Comcast, you're so bad.
You're just straight up stealing from people. You're stealing from people.
They do on demand very well.
Well, when
And
it
that is
works,
the
it's
extent of what
awesome,
they do
and that's
well.
the only reason like I stay, because it's like when it's working, it's fucking great. But when it doesn't work, and it doesn't work a lot, you're like, God damn it, guys! What am I paying you out the ass
Yeah,
for?
my internet from like 3 to 6 o'clock every day is spotty. It goes in and out. All of a sudden, it'll just drop when you're in the middle of shit. The fucking box, it's just constantly blinking.
You
different
call
lights.
and they're like, "Well, go to this website and we'll check your speed on your internet." And then you're like, "All right, I got this." And like, well, that's weird because I'm getting this number.
Dude, I do the speed test sometimes, and I get like 3.2
a
megapoints a second.
when you call, if you're on the phone with them and they tell you to do it, then like you get like the shit number that's like, yeah, this is why it's slow. And they're like, huh, that's weird because on mine it's reading that you have this. I'm like, well, that's probably because you're not giving me that speed internet, you fuckheads. Let's go.
Yeah, mine's supposed to be up to 120 megabytes a second. Every time I check it when it's going bad, I'm at between 1.2 and 3.9 megabits a second. Which
And
I don't
they're
know if
the
you guys
ones-
know anything about that. That's fucking shit. Like, that's stuff where you can barely even load a goddamn web page.
They're the ones that are like now be like, hey, well, we have these like Glade plugins that are just Wi-Fi's, and it's like I bet that's $7,500 per like little Glade plug-in Wi-Fi that you're charging too, because I know that anything you act like is like a great deal for your customer is never gonna be good.
No,
it'll be good for like a month, and like, yeah, we'll give it to you for free, and then oh, by the way, it's $200 a month after that. Just we didn't tell you that. Sorry.
Yeah. And then my next not cool is tires. As you had heard me say, my front two tires are pretty bald. As we're leaving...
Were you driving in the rain and you slid? Because that'd be hilarious if that was what was...
No, we're leaving. And my tires were well past needing to be replaced. Like, I was going to do it last week.
The old, was it the nickel or penny trick? It's penny, right? You're supposed to put the penny in the tire tread, and if you can still see Lincoln's...
there was no more tread.
Well, no, but like, if you can see Lincoln's head, it's like you need to get new tires.
Yeah. But anyway... So we're leaving on Monday to come back here in time to watch the the Rockets at home. Leaving my dad's place before we even get out of this neighborhood. We just start hearing this. Get out, look at it, can't see anything underneath the car. Get out again. We're looking, and I'm thinking like maybe the wheel well on my front left tire, because that's where you can hear where it is. It feels kind of loose. Maybe that's hitting. So I grab some duct tape out of my car and start duct taping the shit. We hear it again. Finally, we get out. Every time, it must have just been directly underneath. The tire fucking tore. Like on the inside, like just this one strip. So there's a piece of tire that kept making that noise and hitting. We drive, take the tire off, put on my spare. Like it didn't start losing air. It's just the fucking tread like tore
That could have
off.
been that's a blowout waiting to happen.
Oh, it was very close to blowing out.
Have you ever had a blowout? Because it is horrible.
Like you could see like metal wires and sticking out of the tire at this point. We replace it. We drive it into Walmart, and I'm like, yeah, I need to replace my front two tires. They go, well, it's going to be about 3.5 hours because it's Memorial Day and we're the only place in Fredericksburg open. Fuck that.
Shit.
So I ended up we drove back to my dad's house. He was like, take my truck, come back next weekend. I'll, change it out and pay me back. All right. Which was nice because then, there's no AC in my car. I got to drive all the way back with
It's nice for present Pat, but now future Pat.
But next weekend, it's supposed to be between 104 and like 102 all weekend in Fredericksburg. So then I get to drive back with no AC in that when it's hotter up there.
Dude, just roll with those windows down, bro.
Oh, that's what I do. because otherwise I'd die.
Just get one of those mini fans. Just get one of those battery powered.
I'm fucking about to, dude.
And like with like little squirt bottles and just.
Yeah. So yeah, that sucked.
Yeah. Okay.
And
So
then,
the penny trick. So you put a penny into your tire's tread with Lincoln's head upside down. And if you can still see Lincoln's head, then that means you need to get new tires.
Oh, usually I'm really good about tires. It's just this time I let it go way too far because I was lazy. And I was just really busy last week, so I didn't get it done. And then I was like, okay, cool. I'm just going to do it, Tuesday when I get back in town. And the fucking thing, I was like, God damn it. This always happens. I wait too long. But then my last not cool is fucking Star Wars fans. You're goddamn gonna ruin it, all you fucking assholes. Like, this is my problem, and like I've been alluding to it all show. Me and my buddy have been talking about this Teal, who makes me look like I know shit about Star Wars. He's fucking so smart with this stuff. If Star Wars fans are the fucking problem, I'm good. Nothing will ever live up to the original trilogy, and they don't fucking get this. Like, everybody, it's because you were a child, and it was the greatest fucking thing in the world, and it was perfect. So now every storyline, like, that's why they hated The Last Jedi. It's because, you're just going to go... They basically said, fuck the Skywalkers. They're not the only ones that have the Force. It fucking reaches out to everybody in the universe.
That was kind of a thing, though. That's what Jedis do, right? The Jedi are able to use the Force, so not just Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, but and they went to a different... They didn't just... Everyone bitched about The Force Awakens. Oh, it was the exact same thing as Episode 4.
So you mean it was somebody finding out that they had the Force that they were able to use? That was exactly what Luke...
It's the same storyline. 5 comes out and they're like, oh, this is so fucking different. They're like, well, what the fuck do you want? Now we're having these great movies like Solo and Rogue One come out and they don't go fucking see it because my buddy was arguing with this dude online. He's like, no, there's only one Han Solo for me. It's Harrison Ford. So you're just going to refuse to see a great fucking story because...
Harrison Ford's guy is dead, so...
You know what? Hey, there's only one James Bond. Like, imagine if you never watched James Bond after Sean Connery stopped being James Bond. Oh, there's only one James Bond. I don't need...
Well, what do they want? Harrison Ford to play, like, young Harrison Ford? Like, he can't do that.
And now Star Wars fans, they bitch about this shit so much. They're basically, anybody that likes Star Wars, Star Wars fans are fucking assholes. We're terrible people. I won't put myself in it because
I'm a big Star Wars guy, but I am not a big, like... arguing Star Wars guy. Like, I'm like, dude, I totally... Like, you've probably seen the movie 400 times more than me. I get that. That's cool. I can talk to you about the movies. I can talk to you about who I like, who I don't like, what my opinions are, what I think this could have led to, what, like, like the backstories I thought were. But, like, I'm not going to be like, well, actually, what this means is that the Jedi did this because of this and that and that. And it's like, I'm not going to break it down to that extent because I'm not that into it as much.
Yeah.
Like, I love Star Wars. I can fucking tell you about most of those guys, but just... Like, I don't give a fuck if that... Like, the movie doesn't have to be the best movie in the world to me. And I think there's a lot of people now that think, like, if it's not the greatest Star Wars movie of all time, then, like, what's the purpose? If you can't beat Jedi or Empire Strikes Back, then what the fuck?
Yeah. And we already know this is where it's going. It's going to be... They're going to bitch about it so much. They hate that a movie's coming out every year. They're saturating the fucking market. And as soon as Disney slows down and doesn't put out a Star Wars every year...
What the fuck?
Why don't you just fucking stop?
Oh, so you just quit?
Because of you. Because you're fucking assholes.
You don't. That's why we can't have nice things.
Now we're going to get a movie every 3 or 4 fucking years because you have to bitch about every fucking thing, even though these have been great, like...
Do you remember?
Great stories about non-Force sensitive people. It shows everybody fucking, like... Everybody behind the scenes, what's going on with people that can't just fucking throw a goddamn lightsaber 200 yards.
Because I always wondered that shit watching it.
Like, and it's fucking great.
And like, fucking, how long did, like, for my entire life, I was always like, how do you fucking become a stormtrooper if those are real people? They're not robots. They're real fucking people. And then fucking Finn. And you're like, fuck, finally. I kind of get an inside look at, like, this guy was a person. He had a thing. He didn't know his name. All that shit. Like, that shit's interesting as shit to me.
They cover it in Solo. Like, this isn't giving anything away, but Han Solo was in the fucking Galactic Empire Army. He was part of that shit when he was young. And they cover that in there. Like,
it's interesting to learn that stuff to me.
Because they still have recruiters. They still get people to sign up.
Because what you're watching it's not necessarily, like, especially these, like, the Star Wars story, like Rogue One and Solo and the Fett movie that's coming out and Obi-Wan. It's not necessarily, like, to me, that's more just, like, Star Wars fan fiction that Disney made. That's how I look at it as. And it's like, I'm down.
But it's officially canon now.
No, I mean, it is. But I'm 100% down. I'm 100% down to go watch that shit. But, like, it's it's not Star Wars to me. You know, the new episode, the new movies like The Force Awakens and Last Jedi, those are Star Wars movies to me.
Yeah.
The ones that they did when they did the pre trilogy with Vader and everything, that's a Star Wars movie to me, whether or not I liked the first two of those, and then the original trilogy are Star Wars. Like the 9 that they're gonna come out with are Star Wars to me. Everything else it's Star Wars, but it's like Star Wars Division 2 to me. Which is, and it's not I'm not saying it's watered down. I'm not saying it's watered down because I prefer those movies over episodes 1 and 2. But I mean, at least the first, I prefer Rogue One over 1 and 2. But just it's not the same thing. And I understand what it is. It's a side story to Star Wars, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, but it's just.
Goddamn
Star Wars fans,
knowing Cole and just like, because Cole's a pretty realistic movie critic a lot of times, and it's just funny when he's like, yeah, I don't know why people are that pissy about that, and it's just like Cole's like an actual movie critic, and then there's people that, and like we make fun of Cole because sometimes he disagrees on stuff because we don't like the same kind of movies, but like that's how it is. But it's just like that's what movie criticism is. That's what food criticism is. Like, not everybody's going to agree with you. It's like, oh, but who the fuck are you to disagree? It's like, well, it's a subjective kind of thing, man.
Yeah.
That's like telling me that
another person. That's
telling me that metal is the best music in the world, and me saying, I disagree. I prefer this. And then you're like, well, how the fuck? If you don't like metal, then what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, nothing. We just like different things, man. It's just not your cup of tea. You don't have to listen to my shit. I don't have to listen to your shit.
I enjoy some of it.
I'm gonna go watch Star Wars. I'm gonna go see Solo, and I'm probably gonna like it because I feel like I am similar to you in the fact that if you liked it, I'm gonna like it.
Yeah, let me know when you're done too, because I'll send you some of the little spoiler points that you'll. Because like my buddy had to send me this.
If you want to spoil it, I don't care.
Or not spoiler points, but Easter eggs.
Okay.
Easter eggs that like one buddy had to send to me, and I was like, "Holy fuck, that's right."
I might read the book tonight.
Don't read the book.
It's on my brain. It's on my brain right now.
Don't read the book. Go see the movie tonight.
I was using the Force. There's hockey on tonight. I was using the Force to like push it out of my brain. Where I was like, I should just read what happens. But then I was like, no, Alex, don't. And then I drank all weekend, so that also helped. But I'm probably going to see it this weekend at least. Okay.
Definitely see it.
So, yeah.
It's fucking well worth it. And if anybody listening here is one of those Star Wars fans that fucking just hates everything and you're a dick, and yeah, nothing's ever going to compare to the original trilogy.
Hey, dude, and then you know how you can come at us? Just
send me a shit-talking haiku, dog.
Diss haikus, yo.
Disku.
Diskus. What is the hashtag for discus? What are we going to do? PTG diss?
Hashtag.
PTG diss track. Because it's only 575, so it's not a lot of words. So hashtag PTG diss track. Hashtag diss track. Just hashtag diss track, but tag us in it. You're good. All right.
Well, I mean, if you do hashtag diss track, it's going to be hard to find.
Hashtag PTG diss track.
A haiku diss track, man.
But it's got to be
They're going to misspell haiku. PTG diss track.
Yeah, because I know how to spell it only because I have like the computer.
I know how to spell it because I'm a smart person. Yeah, I just snapped on you,
It's
dog.
debatable. All right, Bobby Jokes, what you guys? You're not cool this week, bud.
So mine is like when things can't just be built with comfort in mind.
Oh, yes.
Like I've been bike riding a lot. The seats, very uncomfortable.
The gooch, kid.
Very uncomfortable. Yeah. Why can't they just be comfortable? Why do I have to buy like separate accessories like bike shorts or bike seat pads? And also, like, I work weddings and stuff now. Why can't just those dress shoes be comfortable? Why do I have to put Dr. Scholl's in them?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's a very good point, man. Like, what's up, Nike? What do you guys, like, I get that, like, you specialize in athletic shoes and cleats and shit, but, like, fucking let's throw some Nike dress shoes out there, guys.
You
like,
could dominate the market.
Like, if you had Nike dress shoes, do you know who would buy any other brand? If Adidas, Nike, Reebok, you guys, Under Armour come out with some fucking dress shoes, I'm done.
Just don't put the swoosh on the side. Put it in the sole. Boom.
Yeah.
Or put it very small on, like, the sole or in the side or whatever. Like, I don't fucking know, but, like, you could fucking clean up if you just did all of that.
If Nike came out with dress shoes, I would definitely get it.
I do have
100%.
a pair of really comfortable dress shoes, though.
Except, actually, I probably wouldn't just because they'd be super expensive.
That's also
but you pay more for comfort, and that's why I'm okay with that. And that's kind of one of the, it's like you pay more for first class tickets because you get the comfort. You're paying for the comfort, right?
That's true.
And you could buy your regular dress shoes, or you could buy the like premium ones, and that's kind of like, hey Nike, do you want rich people to buy your shit?
The Nike Air Jordan dress shoe.
You mean to tell me like no NBA player is gonna fucking buy all Nike dress shoes if that happens? Like every NBA player is gonna look fresh as fuck. and just get some high tops. Like, let's get some high top dress shoes. What about that? You know, what about Jordans? Some Jordan dress shoes. Can we get light up dress shoes?
No, no, because that defeats the purpose of it being a dress
because
shoe.
it's dressy.
It's formal.
It's dressy, but it's like ready to party.
No, it's
what
not.
if just the bottoms
You
light up?
can't make them the mullet of dress shoes. It doesn't work.
God damn it.
Dress shoes
I'm just trying.
are formal.
You know what? I realized that hammers are the mullet of the tool community.
You know he's right about that. Damn, that's
That's a really stupid observation. But I was looking at West Ham's logo. And I was like,
Mullet
hammers. Yeah, it's got a little mullet in the back of it. But
I like it.
I thought you were trying to make like a mallet pun.
Oh no, not at all. I'm not that smart. Dude, but Bobby Jack's that's a fucking killer. Not cool though.
It really is.
Just specifically the dress shoes example.
Why can't shit just be nice and comfortable?
I mean, I get that because we can't have nice things because people bitch about it,
Yeah.
and people will ruin
Like
it.
Star Wars.
Like, dude, okay, here's a not cool because I was telling you about this. Like, we got in the elevator the other day. I was with Emma and her sister who had come in town, and we had gone to get some food, and we took Wheezy with us because it was like a patio, and it was just like, it wasn't like a lot of dogs were there, and we got in the elevator to come back upstairs, and there was like dog piss in the elevator, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And like, it just reeked of dog piss.
I saw the sign in your elevator.
Yeah. It reeked of dog piss, and I was like, what the fuck? And so like, I picked up Wheezy because she's a puppy, and I know she's going to fucking want to wander around. And I was like, I'm not going to let her like step all in all this piss. So I just was holding her. And we get up to like our floor, and this lady is like standing there with a sign in her hand, like with just like a piece of paper in her hand. And I was like, I swear, that's not us. I swear to God, my dog did not do that. I was like, that looks awful. I'm holding the dog. It looks like the dog just pissed, and I picked the dog out to back. Well, it wasn't me, I promise. And I was like, I swear. She's like, oh, I know it wasn't you. That's been there for 2 hours. It's fucking disgusting. And so she was like, this is nasty. Clean up after your pets. This is not a zoo.
Yeah.
And it's just like, who the fuck lets your dog piss in the like, I get, like, sometimes dogs have accidents. If your dog pisses in the elevator because it couldn't get down in time, that's I'm not pissed at that. I'm pissed that you, but then we're like, oh, I'm just going to go home.
Yeah. Like, I get somebody else
Like,
might use
fucking
the
go fucking
elevator
clean that shit up.
in the time that it takes you to run to your apartment, grab the
But
shit,
wait,
and run
it's
back.
not that bad. It's not that difficult.
But not
We have 2
2 hours.
elevators in my building. You got a 50-50 shot. If you hit that button over and over again, you're going to get one of them.
Yeah.
And you're going to eventually find that one. And it's just like, okay, hey, my bad, dude. My dog pissed. I really apologize. And, like, that's all it takes. I don't get pissed that your dog pissed in the fucking apartment. You see what I did there? I don't get pissed that your dog pissed in the apartment elevator. I get pissed that you thought it was okay to just leave.
People
So
suck.
that's just added. Not cool.
Not cool. People.
People are not cool sometimes. But
Most
sometimes
times.
they're very cool.
Most times they're
But
not. Sometimes they
what
are.
you're doing, listeners and readers and viewers, right now is probably the coolest thing a person could do is watch Pass the Gravy or listen to Pass the Gravy or read Pass the Gravy. You're transcribing all of these still, right?
Yeah, it's going slower. Maybe I'm like a month behind.
Because you have to edit video. Oh,
Yeah.
you're a month behind, dude?
Yeah.
Fuck, bro.
Are you transcribing it in Braille too? Get on that shit.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's actually the one I do first.
Ah.
We've been working on it. We've been hoping that like our blind listeners could, they want to, even though like typically it'd probably just be
they can
easier to listen, but
No,
like we
they-
were like
they-
they want to read. Like
Some people like to read.
it's it's a lot of we have a lot of older listeners that are just like, I'd love to just read the podcast. This new technology, I'm not a fan of it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a blind guy on the street the other day, and I felt really bad. Just
I
like,
saw a
that
blind
would-
guy the other day.
That would suck to be blind. I hope I'm
Right.
not blind. Like he dude was doing so well. Like he's walking on the fucking sidewalk, just like I don't know how blind he was. He's not Robert. Maybe he was Robert colorblind. And like, you don't have a cane though. This dude had a cane. He's literally doing like the wagging the cane thing where he's walking down the street. And I was like, that's fucking crazy that guy can just it sucks that you're blind. But like that's amazing to me, like what like the human body can like overcome and just be like, hey, I'm just gonna figure. I got a stick. I'm gonna go out in the world. I'm going to the park wherever he was coming back from. Maybe the Y. That was where we were by. And I was like, I don't know. He was either maybe just going for a walk. But he's got the little stick. He's wagging that. He's crossing a street. And I was like, oh wow, this guy is crossing a street right now.
I feel like we
And he
might have
can't
covered
see.
this before, but since it's 2018, do you think you could get a handicap placard for being colorblind?
I don't know.
100% you could. I
Should.
bet. How are you? You could argue you can't see. Shit, I don't know.
Stoplight.
Yeah, but
Red.
then he couldn't drive. They would take away his license. Dude, I don't know. Fucking the DMV probably sucks and wouldn't do that anyways. So you could probably get something. You're like partially blind. Ooh, there we go.
Maybe they'd make me wear glasses.
Do you have glasses?
I don't have glasses.
Are they gonna buy it?
Yeah, you guys gotta buy them
you don't,
for me.
So what you
get a
do-
handicap placard, but we're gonna buy you those really expensive glasses.
What you
that
do
let see
is
color.
Yeah.
go buy those like hipster glasses that just have like the lenses. They don't say they're like nothing. The lenses.
You mean
don't
just have the frames, no lenses?
No, but they have the ones that just have lenses, but it's just like nothing. It's like looking through a window. So it's just like it's like a plastic lens. And just go do that and be like, no, I've already got the glasses. I just need the handicap sticker because sometimes I have trouble, and they'll probably hook you up.
I should try that.
Although I saw they're cracking back on like dogs and stuff now. Like now you can actually like, you have to have like your they can ticket you if you get like caught with a service dog in an area that's not allowed to have dogs and shit like that, and you don't have your service dog card and shit like that. And it's not like like if you don't have your insurance, you can
but I'm
just go to
sure
court.
you can probably just go to court with your thing and they'll dismiss.
Well,
the
no,
ticket.
but like the whole point is like you can't just buy the vest on Amazon and then take your dog to Taco Bell because you wanted to. Like it's like you need to have the identity.
Fuck those kind of people.
No, but
man.
that's why I'm kind of like I'm down for that. Like you should
I'm
be
100% down
You should
for
be
it.
able to get ticketed if you're just breaking the rules just to do
100%
that.
down for it. But like, fuck those people that do that kind of
Well,
thing.
and you can tell when somebody's got their dog, and you can tell if they bought that vest on Amazon, and you can tell if that dog is a real service dog. Because if it's a service dog, that dog is paying attention to the person with it all the time. Not like, what's this? Is this a French fry? I want this. Hey, what are you doing? Who's this new person?
Chihuahuas can't be service dogs.
No, chihuahuas cannot be service dogs.
No, but
Neither
it's
can
for my
peacocks. Can't be
anxiety.
service animals either. Like you don't fucking need an emotional support peacock. Get the fuck out of there. Like get a dog. Buy a fucking dog like a normal human.
Yeah. God, I hate people.
Yeah, they're obnoxious sometimes, but
They're
not
the worst.
listeners to this podcast. You guys are the elite.
No, you're all beautiful
amongst
people,
the
and I
elite.
love you.
All right, our final segment of the week's coming up. But before that, let me tell you about Blue Apron. I've not done Blue Apron, right? Good.
Nope.
Thank you, Robert. Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. You can get it all delivered to your door by going to blueapron.com/PTG. They're going to send you a bunch of ingredients, tell you what to do with them, and you're going to get a meal in about 30 minutes or less for you to enjoy. If you ordered from blueapron.com/PTG this week, this is just some of the stuff on the menu. Garlic and soy glazed shrimp. How about that? That's one of Chrissy Teigen's favorite. Did you know Chrissy Teigen uses blueapron.com? I'm not sure if she uses blueapron.com/PTG, but she uses Blue Apron.
She should.
How about farro and lentil muhadara? It's spelled with Mujaddara. That's what that is. Okay. Thanks for the help, Pat. Roasted chicken and drumsticks and cauliflower, seared pork chops, pickled mustard seeds, and saffron and yellow tomato risotto, as well as chicken and poblano tostadas and creamy caramelized onion burgers. The onion burgers look delicious to me. Go to PTG or blueapron.com/PTG, and you can get it all by signing up like I just told you. That's blueapron.com/PTG. You're going to get $30 off of your first order and free shipping. So do it right now. It's easy, it's flexible, and there's a variety of different options. It's guaranteed freshness every time. So go to blueapron.com/PTG. Blueapron.com/PTG. We're literally giving you $30 in free food and free shipping. That's blueapron.com/PTG. Now, the next part of the podcast is my personal favorite. It's the answers segment. Many, many moons ago, I was in school as a child, and I was told by a teacher, there's no such thing as a stupid question. And I raised my hand, and I was made fun of. And I remembered I vowed to myself there will never be a time when I'm in charge that there's such a thing as a stupid question. And I'll let you ask it all out, and I'll get to the bottom of it. No matter how stupid you think this question may be, I can do that, and I'll figure it out for you guys.
Where's the clitoris?
Well, we'll figure it out, guys. It's the little man in the boat. We all know that. Little man in the boat. All right, so if you want to submit your questions for the answers segment, you can email them to us, answers@passthegradypod.com, or you can tweet them to us at @passthegradypod, #answers. It helps us sort through them when we're looking at it. Also, I'm at Alex J. Middleton on Twitter. Pat is at NotPatDion, DIONNE, and Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. You can also hit us up on the fucking Facebook. If you don't like the Facebook page, what the hell are you doing? Go fucking like the Facebook page. Also, review us. 5-star review on iTunes. Please, guys, help us out.
Review us so hard.
Yeah. Leave all your answers question on Facebook. at PassAwayPod or answers at PassAwayPod.com. And until we get through this, Ladalettes, what you got for us?
Well, if you just answer the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question. Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
All right, Sean Comets doesn't show up to Kirby Ice House, but hey, he gets the first question because he sent it in first. And Sean Comets says, can we start a campaign for rescue babies against breeders? And then after rescue, he says adopted in parentheses. So no more sex, adopt, don't fuck.
I feel like that should be mandatory for some people.
Dude,
I'm fully behind this.
That's a really good point because, like, how many people do you see that like to pat themselves on the back because they got a dog because they wanted a dog and went to a dog shelter because that's where they have a lot of dogs and
For
they
cheap.
got a dog
Yeah.
that was already fixed and spayed and neutered that you didn't have to get vaccinations for because it already had those.
Well, I'm
But
thinking
you're a
more
rescue
just
parent.
along the lines of there's a lot of people out there that don't need to be spreading their genetics onto another.
That is a good one too.
And there's a lot of kids that need to be adopted.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, we have a problem with, like, overpopulation with dogs, and that's why spay and neuter. Bob Barker, thank God Bob Barker told us all this. Like, spay and neuter your pets, but, like, spay and neuter your parents.
Right.
You know? Like, really, that's what should be happening.
This could be a win-win across the board, too, because if you think about it, if this became a well-known thing, maybe less people would get abortions just because they'd be like, well, I know the baby's going to have a good place to go to.
Wheels are turning
if
now.
you already
Wheels
had
are
more
turning.
parents lining up because they needed kids.
I just think, like, I can't wait to meet the next person that I ever meet. Whoever I meet next that has an adopted kid, I'm like, oh, you're a rescue parent. Congratulations.
Yes.
That's-
Oh, my God.
That's what I'm excited for.
My buddy in the group chat is adopted.
Just
I'm going to call him a rescue
Dude, you're
baby.
a rescue. Hey, dude, congrats on being a rescue, bro.
That's
But, like,
fucking
I fucking hate it when people call themselves rescue parents. Like, this is my rescue. It's my rescue. It's like you didn't rescue. Like, if your dog was in a burning building and you ran in and you saved that dog and now you have that is 100% a rescue dog. That's acceptable. If your dog was like if you were in Hurricane Harvey and this dog was swimming because it had no place to go and you grabbed this dog now that lives with you, 100%, that is a rescue dog. If it was getting abused by someone and you were like, stop doing that, and Air Bud style, like went to court and had the dog pick you, that's a rescue dog, because you rescued it from like that shit. It was in a fucking a pound, like everybody else, like a lot of people do. That's fucking, you adopted a dog. You adopted a dog. You're not a rescue. You didn't rescue that dog. That dog. It's like, oh, that dog. How that dog's life. Like, what do you think a breeder's dogs do? Like, if that breeder doesn't sell the dogs, where do you think those dogs go? Probably to a pound. So then they become rescue dogs.
I don't want to even think
so
about
I'm saying
that.
then you could be adopting dogs that have been bred before. So it's like, it's a slippery slope. And I feel like if we're gonna treat dogs that way, we gotta treat humans the same way too. Well, let's just rescue some more humans, adopt, don't fuck, or use condoms. Adopt, wear protection. That's what we should say more so, Sean. Right?
Yeah.
Adopt, don't breed.
I like it.
Because, like, if you've had, like, your own kid, you're a breeder now. So, hey, dude, if you are you're anti-breeders for dogs,
you have
but you've
to have
also
multiple kids with the same person for you to be a breeder.
Okay, so if you have two kids and you have a dog that you consider a rescue, then you are a real hypocrite. Just look at yourself in the mirror. That's what I'm saying. It's a really good question, Sean. Brandon Whitehead weighs in, and at Brando Whitehead on Twitter, he says, cocaine, just spicy flour.
I like the way it's worded, but I don't know. I've never
done
tried
cocaine either.
Robert, don't act like you haven't done coke.
You're the Hispanic of the group.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I don't assume all Hispanics do it, but you're not Colombian descent at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, never mind. There goes that.
So, yes? Question mark?
I want to say,
I don't know. Are you cooking with a lot of cocaine?
What does cocaine taste?
Yeah, you feel...
IGN boards, we're going there. What does cocaine taste like?
Are you sure you just didn't get cocaine that somebody sold you a bag of flour with, like, some red pepper flakes in it?
All right, here we go. The question is, this is from 2009. It says, on these cop shows, I always see a cop dip his middle finger or ring finger into a bag of coke, then put it on his tongue. So what does it taste like? Also, do you get high off of it if you eat it? And then somebody responded and says, to be honest, it tastes disgusting, but it quickly numbs your mouth. It tastes like baking soda and rubbing alcohol. You can get high if you put it on your gums, but I don't think you can get high by eating it. So it's not spicy flour then. It just it tastes like baking soda and rubbing alcohol. Although I feel like if you snorted that would probably be spicy though, wouldn't it? Like the alcohol would probably burn.
I get some people I can ask and get back to us next week.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Just cocaine. I've just seen too many. Like I say about Fortnite. I have an addictive personality. I can't do it. I know that like that if that was something I would do, I would just like, I'm gonna never stop. So yeah, I don't know, but it doesn't. According to this this website, it does not. It seems like it's baking soda and rubbing alcohol. So no, not just spicy flour. But I like where you were going with it because it does look like flour. Tyler Thomason at Tyler Thomason 27 on Twitter says, if a blind person has a dream, can they see it? I was just talking about blind people.
Yeah. That's crazy.
If they have a dream, can they see it? Dude, I don't know.
I've always wondered that too.
So, okay, this is my thought. Because if you're blind, but you weren't always blind, you probably do
definitely
see
it.
things.
You definitely see it.
But if you've never had the ability to have sight,
I'm sure, you know what, I'll go...
You probably just imagine
they
everything.
Still see it,
it's like in your imagination.
What they're imagining is nothing like what it is.
Like people might look like aliens to you.
Yeah, like you get the basic outline of what people look like. But
yeah.
You know, that might be like they see it, but like they don't really see faces.
Right.
Like they get outlines and they get what a dog feels like and stuff like that. Are you Googling this as well?
Yeah.
So we're just not good enough for answers.
Well, I mean,
now.
I'm
You
really
guys
just
keep going to
curious.
Google.
These are really like good
That's
questions.
actually a really good one, yeah.
Do blind people see? This is like the first thing that pops up if you say, do blind people see? Who are born with blind have no understanding of how to see their waking lives, so they can't see in their dreams. But most blind people lose their sight later in life and can dream visually. Okay, so if you were born...
That didn't give me a definitive no, though.
People who are born have no understanding, so they can't see in their dreams. They have no understanding of what sight is.
Is this a blind person telling us this?
This is BBC.com news blog. So yes, probably
BigBlackCock.com?
All right, I'll go to Psychology Today.
Yeah, I need at least 2 sources.
That's too much. Here we go. No.
Okay, there you go, Tyler.
Colors. You can see colors and stuff, but it's mostly what you just imagine, I guess.
So, no, Tyler. Blind people can't see.
I mean, they can see, but you just can't see, like, what we see, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Robert says he sees different colors than we do. You just see, like, Robert might be a blob to you. You know, Robert might look like Flubber from the movie, you know, like in your dreams, because that's
you just
what...
call him fat? That's
no, I'm just trying to think, like...
Robert
might look like the Hamburglar. You know, like in your dreams...
The what?
The Hamburglar.
That's not what you said.
Hamburglar.
Hamburglar.
But yeah, I mean that kind of makes sense. That's a good question, Tyler.
So I guess no, they can't. Not really.
Well, if a blind person was not originally born blind,
I think it was intended as always blind.
Right. No, I get that. But then yeah, I guess not.
Yeah.
According to 2 Google searches. Our next question comes from Will Cruz. What's up, buddy? He says, Uber Eats, DoorDash in favor. Just wheels on meals. Or just Meals on Wheels for millennials? Uber Eats, DoorDash, or favor? Just Meals on Wheels for millennials. 100% is exactly what they are. But I think you can get other stuff.
I want to go for millennials. Meals on Wheels for fucking lazy people is what it is.
Yeah, but it's built for millennials.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, but lazy people, let's go with that because there's adults that use it.
Lazy people.
As is, I would say anybody that does that grocery shop. Like if you go to the grocery store and you have the
personal shopper,
the pickup place or whatever,
that, yeah.
and it's just like, yeah, you can just fucking shop for you in groceries.
Because it's like I know this place is only 2 miles away from me.
I'm gonna drive to the grocery store, but I don't want to go in. But I'm paying this guy like $60 to do my grocery shopping.
Yeah, that's what doesn't make sense. Like all that extra charge, just fucking go inside.
And you can pick your apples that you wanted. You can pick all the shit you wanted.
Yeah.
Instead of just like I wanted 2 avocados and a pineapple.
Yeah. Because I'm super lazy, but I'm also very cheap.
Right.
My cheapness usually outweighs my laziness.
Yeah, I agree with you. So, yeah, I would say it's definitely Meals on Wheels for lazy people.
Yeah.
lazy people, but millennials are part of that as well. So
it's for my people.
And then also, if you wheelsonmealsonwheels.com, in case you wanted to support the new charity of the podcast. It's not really a new charity; it's a charity because we support we put the wheels on the Meals on Wheels cars because a lot of people forget, and as Pat was talking about, people forget about wheels. So tires are very, very important. So without wheels, how do you get the meals?
Yeah,
to places without wheels.
Yep.
I can't answer that question. So thanks, Will, for that question. And our next question comes from my boy Danny G. Danny says, if you had to build a dodgeball team using only characters from The Office, Parks and Rec, and Arrested Development, who would you choose for your team?
Okay, here's how many are we choosing? 5 extras?
I'm assuming we're choosing 5? 3. Let's just
3?
3 others.
Ooh, well, I think I'm gonna have to go Dwight, Andy, and Ron Swanson. I think those are the best. Like Dwight, because that killer competitive spirit.
I'm gonna go Andy from Parks and Rec.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant. Andy from Parks and Rec, not Andy from The Office.
Okay.
Yeah, 100% Andy from Parks. He was my number 1 overall right away. Ron 2, just because Ron's fucking Ron Swanson. He's gonna fucking get the job done. And then Dwight, Dwight's gonna be killer at that shit because he's gonna take it super serious.
Because I would say Jim would be better at it. Because Jim, remember the basketball episode, season 1? Jim is a stud at that. But there's I saw a tweet today and it was like nobody remembers that Jim Halpert had a perfect pass. And it was when Mike was like, Jim, I'm open. And he has that sideways pass to him. And it was if Jim can pass like that, I can only imagine how well he can throw a dodgeball.
Yeah, but when I look at Jim, I just don't think athleticism. Dwight's just got that crazy
to him. What was Andy's last name in Parks and Rec?
Dwyer.
Andy Dwyer, yeah. Andy and April Dwyer, you're right. Because I would go Andy Dwyer, Jim Halpert, and I want to say Job from Arrested Development, just because he's a magician.
See, he was. If I had to pick 5, Job was in there.
It's just because he's a magician, but I feel like Ron Swanson would be the guy that you'd go with in a dodgeball game.
Honestly, even more than Jim, I
don't trust a lot of the people from Arrested Development if it's a must-win. They're a really shady bunch.
I would take Dwight over Jim, and honestly, I'd go to Mark Brandanowitz over Jim as well.
Ooh, early Parks and Rec. Brandano.
I feel like I think he gets the job done. But okay, yeah. So I'm gonna go Dwyer, Swanson, and
who's the
Dwight.
janitor? Who's the creepy dude? The dentist dude.
From what?
From Parks and Rec. You got Jam.
The dentist.
Congressman Jam.
Congressman Jeremy Jam, with 2 M's.
You just got jammed.
You got jammed.
Yeah, I'm going to go Ron Swanson, though, Andy Dwyer, and Jim Halpert.
Okay, just a little parody there. What about you,
B-Jokes, what you got, buddy?
I'm going to go Pam from The Office. Go Pam.
Female-friendly.
Ooh, volleyball, too.
Maybe I played volleyball. We went to volleyball camp.
Pam was a bit of an athlete, that's right.
She was.
But yeah, she's going to get pregnant, though. You know that.
Midway, yeah, I guess.
When they're playing corporate, at least.
Mm-hmm. Chris Pratt. Who's Chris Pratt?
Andy Dwyer.
Okay. And
the pit. When I fell into
what show am I missing?
Arrested Development.
You don't have to pick.
You don't have to pick them all. Okay.
That's what you have to
Job's
pick from.
The magician, which is why I was going to assume that, but nobody else really has a lot of athletic ability.
Okay, then I guess I would go Dwight.
Yeah.
Dwight would be a good pick as well.
He's crazy. And he's going to be super intense about it.
Right. But just I don't know.
Mose.
What?
Mose, I don't trust Mose. If you saw him trying to jump those cars.
All we know about Mose is that he can take off running, and that's not really.
And he dated a scarecrow.
He can dodge all those dodgeballs.
He could dodge. I don't know if I trust his throwing ability though.
But yeah, I don't trust his. And you gotta have. I'm going with throwers.
Mose might also just stand on the edge of the court, staring at the stands, and not be paying attention. Get drilled in the side of the dodgeball.
He might do that as well.
Dwight's focus. Dwight's gonna have athletic goggles on, some fucking sweatbands.
His Fruit Farm Beats shirt on.
Dwight's gonna be ready to go.
I think so. That's a good. I think we all picked solid teams. Danny, what do you think? I want you to let us know whose team you. All right, so everybody say your 3 again. I got Jim Halpert, Andy Dwyer, Ron Swanson.
I got Dwight, Andy Dwyer, and Ron Swanson.
I've got Dwight, Pam, and Chris Pratt.
And everybody that has not watched any of these 3 shows is like, what the fuck are they talking about? But Danny, I want you to hit us up at PassGamePod. Let us know who you think had the best dodgeball team out of those. I mean, I know we could have gone on forever picking, but I was like 3 is a solid number plus us. All right, we're good. Okay, that's it, guys. That's all we got. If you have not left a review for Passive Grade Podcast and you're listening and you've made it to the end of the podcast, what the fuck are you doing? Go on your phone right now, leave us a fucking review on iTunes. Please give us a 5-star review. Roast the fuck out of us. As long as you give us the 5-star review, I don't give a fuck. Say whatever you want, and it's cool, dude. It's cool. Say, Alex, Venmo me $5. If you say, Alex, Venmo me $5, I will Venmo you $5 if you attach me your Venmo name as well.
Oh, it's gone up now. I thought it was only $1.
Well, I need more. We want more reviews. The more reviews we get, the higher we show up on the iTunes
I'm gonna make
trending
a fake
thing.
Venmo and get $5 from you.
I'll give you $5, whatever. But go do that. Let me know and hit us up, guys. At Passive Grade Pod. At Alex J Middleton is me. At not Pat Dion is Pat. At not Pat Dion. Robert is at not. God damn it. Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Pat is at not Pat Dion. I am at Alex J Middleton, and we are at Passive Grade Pod. If you haven't liked us on Facebook, get your act together. Review us on iTunes again, and until next week, guys, y'all got anything?
Alex is really at Real Chris Hogan.
At Real Chris Hogan.
That's his burner account.
Yeah.
Instead of the other Chris Hogan.
Chris
right?
was never a real person, guys. It was just Alex
It was just
doing a
me
voice.
doing a voice.
It was Alex doing black voice.
And then we had like Robert's really good at CGI, so he made it look like that on the videos and stuff. But go check it out. All right, guys, and I'm not gonna say go Rockets. We got nothing else left. But
go Stros.
Yeah, go
Stros. Go Vegas
Past
Golden Knights.
Stros. Or I'm a Caps guy. But hey guys, who do y'all want to hit us up with? Who you want to win a Stanley Cup final? And fucking sign up for the Big Brother thing. Haikus all fucking week. PTG diss track. And until next week, Passive Grade bitches.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole